someone said the sound is good. Like it's so thanks so kind. Honorable Joe Chipo said the sound is good. Yeah, that was what we've been talking about. Getting of course sound, audio, the good quality of the audio. So the audio is good. So let me get back and to talk to this the owner of this urban drugstore. That's it. In everyday environment, there must be a kind of drugstore that will help the people in terms of medication. So, Joe Chiachibo said the sound is good. That's great. Peter's call is also following the live broadcast. He said, "Good work, Charles. Thanks for coming." So let's get in, yeah. So let's get in and talk to our very first guy here. So we will be talking to him. So that's good. So my brother, good evening again. Welcome to the official Facebook page of LC. So you have to speak louder like you have people here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Are you happy to see me here?
Sure, I'm happy to see the LEC live.
Okay.
I'm so happy. I will help the company for promote.
Okay, and what's your name?
I'm Ben B. Video.
Okay. Video. So where are we currently?
We are at the RI Highway to this specific need the one community.
Okay, so tell us what's the history for this community?
This community have been one of the best, but in terms of electricity, I've been doing until Erishikine.
Talk louder.
The community is the best around.
Okay.
Very civilized.
Okay.
And developing fast. But when it comes to electricity, we have been going through a lot. Until Erishikine, thank God we have LEC. Thank God for LEC.
Okay, so just give what a kind of small little story when LEC was not here, in US, in past time. How was it like during the night hour? Tell us for the accident that used to take place, how the street used to be dark. Just explain to us.
Yeah, the street here used to be surely dark, very, very dark in the actual LEC. Until little we had a generator issue coming. I don't have God our providing lights, but we're not effective.
Community car.
Yeah, we're not effective as LEC and well expensive because you had to do like $50 per arm. Where we have LEC, everybody relax and you pay your current bill with ease, and that's why I already like you can do it from your own phone. You don't have to worry.
Okay, so tell us how much you people used to pay when it comes to the community car.
So guys, welcome to the podcast. What we're doing here right now is I'm going to connect the microphone later. But what is happening right now is LEC expansion on the RIA highway, because at the hairline, you are not seeing anything to describe what the podcast is all about. So it's about amplifying what the government is also doing. Right now, tonight, it's the look. The security on the RIA highway is what you are looking at right now. So I'm going to bring the sound back while I try to do some connection, but we have some very, very important thing to talk about here tonight. So what you have to do, share the podcast. I'm going to do that also from my end, so we can have some very beautiful conversation after we watch this, what is happening presently on the RIA highway right now. So share the podcast, okay, guys? Please do that, okay? So let me bring the sound back.
The man is, making use. You see the man is, giving a soccer water, carrying a soccer water out there to a customer. This is the essence of electricity. And this is what the government of Liberia, honor His Excellency, his watch, committed, in electrifying Liberia's rural communities. People in our rural community can have access to uninterrupted electricity supply. Tonight, my name is Charles Ramadan. Thanks so kindly for following. Also, some of you are following from the US of A. Some of you are following from Nema County. Some of you are following from the post of Becoming Grand Bassa County, Monroeville, Pennsville, Dupont Road, Nema County, local to border. Some of you following Grand Code. County, Bombay County, and Bow County, and many of you are from the McGibby, where we find ourselves in Lower McGibby. You know, in town is where I personally so we still interacting with his customers. So, just go and so that's it. This is the essence. The beauty of electricity in rural communities in rural Liberia. So let's come to the comment section so that we can make the broadcast more interesting, engaging, and interacting. So and interactive for you, my put it. So Sir Johnson, Honorable Sir Johnson said, JB 12 years all the way, and Romeo Robert said you meant to be. Okay, so some people are in the got stage fright when they see microphone, they got stage fright. So that was what I was telling you. I said, but feel free, talk free there, and everything. So Romeo Robert, is that what concern you, bro? We talking about progress here, my man. Yeah, don't bring any negative energy here, bro.
Romeo,
okay, I remove you quickly. Yeah, we don't joke here with you. We don't come to play. So Sir Johnson said, Big Ten. So the management of the Liberia Legislative Corporation, the Bobs, Mohammed Mohamed Sharif and his three principal deputy for job well done, and also and all of the staff, the technicians, the engineers, and so on. So good evening from my end to all. Okay, so it is where he's following on from the man. Faso Sandra Gray said, I do appreciate the team, and I'm joining, from Ganta City, name account the things so kind of Faso Sandra Grays. We do appreciate every time when we come on, you always, following us as we update you and everyone as it relates to the current achievement, progress, social story, challenges, prospects of the current management team of the Liberia Legislative Corporation. And as Manon Roger said, I'm following you from Banjo. I think it should be in edition number 17 there. So Maurice Dion is also following the live broadcast. He said, congratulations to the management of LUC. They are doing that extremely well. So let's go again. Let's do the broadcast together. You are the far end, screening your eyes to see of the real time visibility and everything. So we're back to you. So tell us, before when you didn't have the current, tell us about the road when people used to cross, when cars used to pass through the road. That just tell us about some of the thing that took place, during that time.
We usually have car accident, especially during the action of LEC. Sometimes you have cars moving at night, and then suddenly they will have accident. Either you have a car parked by the roadside, not parked properly, or two cars colliding because of lights move from one vehicle to another. Okay. So we have been having series of accidents before LEC, but with the present of LEC, that reduced. It been reduced.
Okay.
And that's
so tell us about businesses. How many businesses do you do?
I'm in the three type of business. Construction. I have a construction group. Then I have this drugstore called Urban. Urban medicine store. Then I have a club called The Corner.
Where?
Unification time.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a
few into from there.
Feeding from the two business area. Feeding from LEC. My construction work is also being used LEC at night. I had to get on a laptop and do my work.
Okay, so can I take you also as much for should you just in the road, the mirror into that?
Sure. And one good thing, the coming LEC we have AC. It never used to be before.
All right.
So my just is one of the money just around here. We have my AC. That's 12,000 BTU. Okay. They giving me current and cooling just because it just has to be a cool atmosphere. That also encourage customers to always run that my just too. So yeah, I'm on like almost 24 hours.
So tell us, wait time, how many current do you purchase?
Sometimes like because if it is dry season, I using the AC and the freezer. Sometimes in a week and a half, I use $20. Sometimes in 2 weeks, I use $20 based on how I manage the current.
Okay, so if you are following us, kind of give us feedback as it relates to the audio in sound, the sound quality and everything. Just give us feedback whether we are okay, whether we are coming in, perfect. Just let us know. Yes, this broadcast we are doing it together. It is because of you out there. We are out here to have you informed about the progress, the achievement, the success stories, challenges, and prospect of the LEC, the terms of service delivery. So just let us know how we are coming. Are we okay? Are we are we okay? So cross the. I will get back to you. Some other people. Let me just come back. Yeah, I'll come back to you. And so that's how it is. This is you are okay. Okay, so thank you so kindly for the update. Sad Johnson is saying that I'm okay. The voice, we are okay. Our mic are all set and everything. So again, this is what you get. This is the Nidoran town. Is where we are along the Roberts International Airport route. Is where we are tonight. Bringing you live coverage as it relates to the electrification. We will be doing this going all the way to Smenotes tonight, alongside with my crew, with my team, and everything. So let me quickly cross this falling road done by His Excellency in the government is continued done by His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakat, development partners, thanks to the public administration. But we'd like to say thanks to the IC management, man. As you can see for yourself, this is the RI route. You can see in town pass. Okay, so Morris, you said the sound is okay. Thanks for kind of Morris for helping us in this broadcast because together we are doing this. So let me quickly cross over to the other side of this area and to interact with some of the citizens and that of the residents that reside along this belt, along this corridor. And so that's it. But tonight we thought it wise to bring you live coverage of activities of the AEC night beat, interacting with Liberians. I have with me some Liberians. I don't know who can take the microphone. Who want to engage me first? So just put the microphone on you. Are you following the show, dude?
Right.
Okay, we're good. So can we come closer? Just come closer. So I see you tonight. What's your name? Want to talk to me?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Joe Chipo.
Joe Chibo, okay, welcome. So tell us how do you feel tonight that we are broadcasting from Nido Entire tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, and we want to say thanks to the management of AEC and the government abroad for letting our community in our area. So we appreciate the government, the government of AEC, but we encourage them to do extension.
So guys, how you doing? I hope everybody is doing okay. What you are watching there is the LEC. Okay. Oh, it's like I took them off. I have to bring them back right away. So guys, just bear with me. Let me bring the LEC back right away. Okay, that's good. So um, I think it's good. Let me go back to there's a little bit of problem. Just 1 minute, guys. Let me take care of this very, very, very quickly, and then we will be right back. We are not leaving the platform tonight. We're going to talk a little bit. It's Saturday, right? So what we're doing tonight is we are not going to allow these people to divert the focus of what the government is doing. The government is working. We are on the drugs issue, and that is not going away until we can nip everybody that is to be nipped, okay, in this drug issue. So, I mean, it is something that the government is very much keen on, but we cannot also allow it to distract us. Just 1 minute, guys. I have to do this. It's the only way we can see these guys. All right. Now
Or maybe
we
in the community where that day when the
now
lights
we are
were
there.
being switched on.
Okay,
Tell us
we
about
are there,
It
and
was a certain movement
we
for us,
have to
man.
put
But
them
the whole
like
community
this.
was
All
like
right.
happy. People,
So,
children born, somebody have not seen light,
all
and
right.
then they seen the light.
Okay.
It was like it
Now
was
we there.
for when
We there.
everybody was
Now,
like happy. Yes,
now
it
we
was. It
there.
was. I don't know. They did my
We are
imagination.
seeing
So we don't say
uh,
things. Now they say things, and
what
now
is
we need to call
happening
one
there
state. And
on the
we beg the
RIA
government should
highway.
manage
Okay,
the stable, the
I
stability
will
of
lower the
of the
volume
forest.
there a little
We need
bit
more,
so I
we need
can
more
have,
transformer,
because
new
I'm
extension in the community. That's why
simulcasting with
I appeal to them.
So you've been
the
here in one of the
ELBC
youth
crew
of this
there
area.
on the
Tell
ELWA
us
highway.
how many communities
That is
are we
beyond
talking
the
about in that part of
Marshall area.
the
Okay,
area?
share the
I hear
podcast,
me
guys.
all about
Please
regarding
share the
about 10 to 50
podcast.
community
Okay.
in there.
Okay, so
It is
the
very
the
imperative that we share the
the
podcast
the
so we can
community
carry
need
these guys.
additional transformer that
We
we're
Yeah,
can
going to
carry
pay
these
for.
guys a little
extension,
bit
now we got put
viral,
other stuff,
right?
lot of point damage
Let's
too.
do
So
it
we
for
can't
them.
worry.
Let's
They
carry
come
this
we
guy
are way
viral.
in front to put a phone
Let's
charge
carry the
to do
government
one or two
project
things. So
viral.
we are pleading
Okay.
for them too.
This is not just a
Neighbors
human
too, we are pleading
podcast
for them.
project.
Okay, so let's come back to the
This
comment
is the
section and take
government's
some of our
project.
comment and
So
then
let's help
continue
these
with
brothers. Let's
the
carry them
broadcast. So
viral.
Qualified Blackstone wasn't
All right.
wasn't
I hope
said
you guys
good
are doing
job.
okay.
And another person, Joseph,
Wherever you are,
and that's
wherever
why I
you are
said we
watching
need your
this
help tonight.
podcast
Okay, so
from,
what are you talking about? You could call
let me
45.
take out the volume a little bit because the volume is a little bit higher than my volume. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. I'm going to pin. I don't really want to do a lot of talking tonight. I want you guys to talk. All right. What is happening here? I want you guys to talk tonight. You know, I'll have to look for this video of Prince Johnson to put on the stream for you to be able to watch. The opposition is singing, and they will continue to sing. And they think that they can depend on what is happening, that this government is fighting drugs, and they want to hang on it to come back on to talk plenty. But I want us to look at this from a common sense perspective. Let's look at it from, let's put away the politics and everything. Just free your mind, make your mind loose, and ask yourself few common sense questions. Let's ask ourselves few common sense questions, because you know what they're doing. We ain't coming here to defend government. No. We come here to defend government because government has nothing to defend. The record is there to show itself. Because what is happening, every well-meaning Liberian must be glad. Every well-meaning Liberian must be proud of their vote. Every individual Liberian must be proud of their votes. Guys, just 1 minute. I have to continue to share this podcast into some chat rooms, okay? Just 1 minute, guys. Let me just get the podcast very fast. So, like I was saying, okay, let me continue to talk. Every well-meaning Liberian should be proud. You may ask me, Abba, why should I be proud as a Liberian? Despite everything that is happening presently in current time in country. And that is what I want to talk to you about tonight. It's what I want to talk about you tonight. We have 114 persons watching. I don't know how many of you have shared the podcast. If I go to the metrics, I don't think the metrics will show something good. If every 114 persons of you that are watching the podcast right now, if you were to share the podcast, the share will be more. The reaction, you are not giving a like sound, you're not giving a heart sound. You know, what propels people to talk more is the courage from the audience section, from the audience. It means that the audience indulges you, or they indulge you. But for me, I come to spread the message. I come not to sing my song or to praise sing. I come to tell you
how our country is faring. And what you are seeing on the screen tonight is another part of Monrovia on the RRA highway, where the people of that community beyond Marshall City, for the very first time after the war, they are experiencing security. They are experiencing electricity. The inhabitants of that community, they go beyond, even though the drugs burst an investigation and to knocked everybody that have betrayed our country, whether you are in the present state of affairs in government, whether you are in the past government, it doesn't matter. You betrayed your country. And the national security is after this. And we will get to the bottom of this. But in the midst of that, we must not be distracted from the good things that are happening in the country. Let the security people continue to work what they are working. And we might admonish them to continue to inform us as to what is happening with respect to the drugs issue. The very first time since 2005, after the war, a government comes to the people with transparency, absolute transparency. 6 years of the George Weah's administration. Guys, I see you ain't sharing the podcast. 6 years of the George Weah's administration. Let me see how many of you are there so I can be able to recognize you guys who are currently on the podcast and commenting, so I can be able to recognize you. For me, it is really important. It is imperative that I do this. When I'm on the podcast, those who are there, it is imperative for me to be able to recognize them and to be able to make them to know that being on the podcast is not just in vain. So let me bring this close to me and be able to call the names. So Marcus Bernie, how you doing? James Solon, how you doing? Janetta Torbert, how you doing, Janetta? I hope you're doing okay, Janetta. Jerry Dobley, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you okay. Jerry Dobley, Mohammed Adiham Sharif, how you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing okay. Vinton Godfather Vanne, how you doing? Ambassador Augustine Farmer, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Guys, I think I have to get my glasses also to be able to magnify my vision here. Just one minute, guys. Yeah, I think I got it. It's right here. Continue to share the podcast. Another way you can make the podcast much more visible is to tag people, and right there you will see the arrow button right there on your screen. When you hit the arrow button, it carries you straight to Messenger, and you will see the boxes there. You click in the boxes and you share the podcast into those boxes. It will be able to bring people on the podcast just as you tag them. So welcome to the podcast. Let's talk tonight, Liberia. Tonight I don't really want to talk a lot. I want you to do the talking. So if you want to participate on the podcast, call the number 0032 492 100447. The WhatsApp number to call on the podcast is 0032 492 00447. What you are looking out there on the beneath me there is a live podcast that is currently being carried out by the LEC in the Doomstown community on the RIA highway after you shall have passed Marshall and you're going to Roberts International Airport. Right now, what we're doing, even as people who are supporting the government, we are right now pressuring the Ministry of Public Works to begin the construction that stopped at the barracks going to Marshall. Right now, we are exerting pressure on the government that we support to begin the construction of that road. The reason why that road got stalled is because of corruption from the past administration. According to the other reports on that road that got stalled from the barracks under George Weah's administration and the CDC, because for this government to continue and know where it took things from and be able to account to the Liberian people, it decided to carry out some audits on that road. Now the audit is done. The government now, we should own the responsibility to begin the construction of that road to the Robert International Airport. But why did the road stall? Why did they stop the road? Because according to the other report, about 100 million United States dollars cannot be accounted for. But before we go into those, share the podcast. Let's listen to these guys from the RIA. How are people feeling tonight? Liberia is not just Central Monrovia. Liberia is not New Georgia. Liberia is not Ghannasville. It's not Barnesville. It's not Kerry Street. It's not Sinker. It's not the Oro. Liberia is not Stephen Tubber Estates. Liberia is not Painesville. It's about carrying development to every part of the country. And the Liberian people money must be used for the right purpose, because these projects, it's not coming from donor funds. The road construction that is going to the RIA is done from the budget. Guys, just 1 minute. So, guys, I'm sorry for the break in between there. Okay, yeah, that's a political replay, right? So, of course, there are certain costs that we cannot evade so easily, because those calls that are coming in, those calls are about you, the people. And so, let's listen to how people are feeling tonight. Tomorrow, it may be your community. Tomorrow, it may be your community that the LEC or the RIA will be coming to. Look at these young people, how they are expressing themselves tonight. Let me put the volume up on this.
Yeah,
For a very long time, we want to say,
you want to call up?
yeah, we want to say the issue of security.
Just 1 minute, guys.
Like we said,
I don't know what is
security
happening. Let me put the volume
is
up on
light.
it.
So we are on the safe side.
All right.
For what we are seeing, we are safe. That's why we say thank you to LC for giving us this form of security, because if the level 9 year, I think you get the best security. If the place is dark, there'll be trouble. Like when the level 9 year, we were paying people.
Yeah.
The places were paying a watchman, but now they let the service as watchmen. So anybody can move, anybody walk there freely at the hour of the night. See around all the places. So when anything go, when they let go, it's challenging to us. We can feel bad, we can feel that kind of a way, and we can be praying that anything to come to our rescue quickly. So because we enjoy the atmosphere as citizens around, so in terms of security, I want to say kudos to NC and kudos to the government as well for being fast started to do this kind of a development.
I can never not being in conversation with you. Your name again?
I said my name is Ambassador Pretty Rosie.
Okay.
They were nice talking to you too on your platform.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I can Prince Wilson speaking to us as it relates to the electrification of the RIA corridor. Last year, the president and that of the senior executive management team of the Liberia Electricity Corporation in the year, they were at the substation there in Shuffling, and they dedicated the street light, along the RI corridor to boost businesses, to improve life, to improve the road safety and everything. So after few months up in another year, we are back. Tonight to give you a clear look of the streets, of the city of Nidoan, this town. You see the kids are walking along the road, along the quota, because of light. Gold King Lampard is also following the live broadcast. He said, we will do our best for the Liberian people. He's one of the AEC anti-power theft metering and disconnection technician. He's following the live broadcast from the city of Painesville. He said we would do our very, very best, for the Liberian people. And so Maurice Zion said, congratulations to the management team for tonight live broadcast. Charlie Lamana is on top of the game. Okay, so thanks so kindly. So that's how it is. So Jeremy, what's your idol? How you feel, Jeremy? About the last year walking. So I just got out with some young people. What's your name, man? Okay, so you might not tell how you feel. I see you and your friends. You guys are walking on the light. Tell them.
I feel so excited. Bro, we have a lot of immediate other young people. See our family developing.
Yeah, so you might not tell me before. How was it that when they play with dark, stay away from you. When they play with dark. Yeah. How do you so feel, when they play with dark? Talk to me.
I'm so fearful to walk on where
Hold the mic, sorry. Hold the mic, hold it. Hold it that. Yeah. Jump into your mouth.
to walk from Mokestan to Jehovah Jojo. It was so fearful. Even from where to pack sorry, even kind of looking so fearful. Yeah.
Why you so happy? Tell me.
You have a lot of men been on the road. Our desire, yes, it was our. Yeah.
How long you happy for?
So guys, as you are trooping in, let's recognize you guys here on the platform. My brother Adam M. Dolly, Dr. Dolly, okay? The man, he didn't let to use the doctor name, but I'll call out Dr. name, everything, Mr. Dolly. How are you, brother Dolly, Dr. Dolly? I hope you're doing okay. Mary Dan says JNB and JKK all the way. You can call on the podcast. Okay, tonight is 0032. Let me put the number right. Let me put the number right away. 0032 492100447. That's the number there I have on the screen, and I'm going to pin the number. Okay, Now the number is pinned there on the screen. If you want to call and also give your input on the podcast tonight, or send a shout out to somebody, or tell Joseph Yuma Boaka thank you for what is happening in the country, because what you're seeing right now on the screen is beyond Marshall. It's the RIA highway, okay? So it's like where the road stop from the barracks. And now what we're asking the public works, as the LEC and the RREA are extending these electricity provision to the people, we must also be going with the roads to the people. Because look, the public work is doing massively well, but when it comes to this ERWA highway where the project stop, we not say it's not the problem of this person public works. Okay, it's not the problem of the person public works, because 100 million United States dollar was stolen. Let me take it back, not stolen, but it cannot be accounted for. That is why the road got stuck. And this project is not being sponsored by the IMF. This project, the RIA, ERW, the RIA corridor, is not being sponsored by the World Bank. It's not being sponsored by the EU. It's not being sponsored by the African Development Bank or any other financier. It's directly sponsored by the government and the people, the people of the Republic of Liberia. And this road got stalled because 100 million United States dollars under the George Weah's government of the people's money that should be expended to improve the life of the people, it cannot be accounted for. They did not account for it. So, but the government is determined to continue the road, and the LEC say, we're waiting for the road to continue. We're going to provide security. We're going to provide electricity for the Liberian people. And what you're seeing there is a true manifestation of a Boaka leadership, not a Boaka project, but a Boaka leadership. What Boaka will have yearned for all of his life in post-war Liberia, for Liberia to begin to develop, because in Boaka's mind, if it weren't the war, we would have been far beyond most of the countries within the West African sub-region in Africa. But the war took us back. And then came 2005, why we had the opportunity to be able to elect, and he was the vice president. But we came out of war. It was a establishing governance and democracy in Liberia. Fast forward to 2017, we went to elections and we brought some buffoons. We brought buffoons, local grenade boss thieves, and I don't know how to describe these guys. We brought them to power, and they took our country way, way back. This is the ERWA highway. Look, the question I will be asking you, anybody, you can come on the platform, okay? Let me see. I want people that will argue with me logically, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate the link, because I'm streaming directly from StreamYard. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate the link, and then maybe I will put a link in the comment section, okay, for anybody who would love to come on the podcast, but in a mature manner, whether even you are in opposition, you can come on the podcast. I'm not here to argue tonight with anybody. It's one thing I must make clear. If I bring anybody on the platform, you express a view. I'm not going to argue. I'm not here to argue with people that this is X, Y, and Z. No. It's not what I'm here for tonight. So if you are in opposition, you want to come on the platform, I could afford you the opportunity. But for once, for country's sake, be real to yourself. For once, for country's sake, be real to yourself. Okay? So what I'm going to do is that I am going to paste this link here in the comments, and anybody who wants to come on the platform, you can come on the platform, and then we can have a very beautiful conversation. Now, the link is there. Okay, I pasted both on my protocol replay page and also on my YouTube channel. Okay, it will pop up here very soon. It will pop up here very soon. Right now, it's in the StreamYard. It will pop up on the Facebook of news feed. If you want to come on the platform, you come on the platform and give your view. But let's just be fair with ourselves for once. Okay? Look at what is happening there on the highway. What the opposition wants to do is to keep our head bowed in the drug crisis. But even if we were to keep our heads bowed in the drug crisis, we should be proud of this administration. We should be proud of this administration because what we are seeing today, we never saw it in the past administration. And this government is ought to be transparent to you. This government is ought to be transparent to you, the people. I see that it's taking a little bit of time to get on the screen there. So what I want to do, let me see if I can get it from my WhatsApp page directly. Let me copy it from a WhatsApp page directly so I can be able to post it directly here on the podcast. Okay, guys, just 1 minute. Maybe if anybody wants to call in, then they can call in. All right. So let me get it. Guys, keep sharing the podcast. From my metrics, I see 68 shares. 68 shares for 111 persons watching. Normally, we should not even be at 111. We should be at almost 200, 300 to 400. It means that we are not sharing the show. Let's continue to share the show, guys. I beg your pardon. Let's continue to share the show. What I want to do right now. Okay, no. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. I want to share the link here in the comments. Okay, I just share the link there in the comment. So anybody who wants to participate on the show, you can. There's the link. Let me pin it. All right. Okay. The link is pinned. If you want to participate on the show, if you click on that link, it's going to take you directly to StreamYard. You follow the instruction, and it's going to bring you down in studio, and then I will bring you right in studio. It means you'll be live in StreamYard on the platform. Okay? So this is what is happening. Now, let's talk about a few things. Or what we do, let's get a few excerpts of what these guys are talking here in this community. Let's take a little bit of it.
Early before LDC, I would say early before LDC. By the time the whole street died, that means everybody to their houses, and this community is in a way that we stick by ourselves. Congo settlement though, now Congo people were they really figured out. So by the time it's dark, the 8:30, 9, 10 the latest we're going to bed. But with the presence of LEC, we're always out up to 4, 5, especially during the weekend. We are here. We sleep out doing our business. Customer flow in and out, and we enjoy. People going Sano, Maryland when they're using the road, when piano. Sometimes they get stuck. They come and buy their stuff. They buy medicine, they buy drinks. They sit and relax themselves before they pick up. So this place is always cool for short stay for those who doing long-term traveling or long distance traveling when they need medicine or drinks or food. So and in the Asia LEC, we're not actually enjoying this kind of indoor action we are having now. So I'm so proud that LEC is in our country. We ask that you people keep it up and give God the light continuously. We will pay the bills, actually. We will pay the bills.
Okay. So lastly, let me just put yours up. Yeah, come and just lastly, let's just do it too much outside here.
So first of all, I see my business up here. Yeah, I got a light in the dark pole. I got a 50 morning pole. At least manageable one. It's because of LEC. Also, we got the street lights and making the street brighter. The street look brighter. We got the street light here.
So tell us now.
You see, you can
see
see
that
for
the dream come
distance. Any object moving, you can see the object. And far, whether far or near. So we have our street so bright. We thank God for the president. We thank God for LEC. We are enjoying LEC. Actually, we are actually enjoying LEC. And our business are flourishing. For us that in competition here, we are always out. And this is one of the hardest points that he is.
Are you guys getting me now? Is the sound okay? Now I think you guys are getting me right. Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay? I need to know if the sound is okay, guys. I need to know if the sound is okay. If the sound is good, please give the like and the heart sound so I can be able to get it, because some people are saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, so that it confuses me. Maybe we have to get. I'll have to install the other microphone. I think maybe I have to install the other microphone. Because the other time people were saying the microphone, I mean the sound was not okay. I had to order another microphone that costed me almost 300 euro, like almost about close to 500 US dollars. Guys, they think we're doing it ain't easy. Ain't easy. Seriously. Yeah. I hope the sound is okay. The sound is okay now? Okay. I think I'm getting some positive feedback. All right. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's share the podcast. Let's sing that. I mean, I see that the viewership dropped because once people are not getting sound, I think people get discouraged and they say, "But why am I doing here?" And what do you go? Thanks, my brother David. Thanks for calling in to alert me that the sound was not coming in. Okay, now that the sound is coming in perfect, let's continue our podcast. So, what is happening in countries presently? Like I was saying, every Liberian. David, you want me to send you the link? I can send you the link, but the link is already there. I think I pinned the link. Okay, I pinned the link. So, if you are there, Dave, the link is there. You can just click on it, and you know what to do because you already are a veteran of this program. The link is already there in the comment. So what the opposition is trying to do, or what the opposition is doing is they want they want to keep this conversation. They think they have already drawn. And even if this conversation dragged on to 2029, it cannot still help the CDC. You just forget this thing because just one instant, like Samuel Jackson says, he thinks that's a politics. It's complete nonsense mess that Samuel Jackson tried to put out that the Unity Party been in existence for over 40 years and they came to power for 12 years and this one will make it 18 years. But that's a good thing. Samuel Jackson, what you are doing, I'm not seeing you. Check. Go to your setting, Howard. Go to your setting. Okay, now I see Howard. Yeah, now I see Howard. Yeah. So, welcome to the podcast. It's been a very, very long time. So, guys, this is Howard. Hi. Okay. She's the co-host of the podcast, and it's been a more than a month we haven't been podcasting, regularly together because the vacation was coming, and this woman is very
Vacation,
serious about her education. She's very serious about her education, and she has to study. She has to make the grades. Okay, so she's been very basic studying. And welcome back to the podcast, Hawa.
Well, I can see you. Thank you, Albert.
You don't see me?
No, I just see myself.
But I'm on the podcast. The people seeing me?
Okay.
You guys see me
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
You see me now?
Yeah. I see the video
Okay,
playing.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, Howard.
I'm not on vacation anymore. I'm back to class, but I have few hours to spare. So I saw
Yeah,
you on. So I was like, let me come on and so we can talk to our people.
indeed. Indeed. So basically, what I was talking about here tonight, okay, and what you see down there is a live stream of the LEC on the RIA highway where they stopped the very last time when the president uh inaugurated um the
The like,
electricity on the highway going to RIA. Now they began to extend what they've been doing going to RIA is what I was talking about. I put that there to be live while we're talking for the people to see what this person is really doing, because you know the opposition, they were already drawn,
call the
and
people
then
disposition.
the disposition. Thank you. You brought something to my you brought something tonight, that the disposition. Okay, they're so much desperate. Okay, now they want to hang on this drug team, but if this government was not so transparent, okay, imagine this government is so transparent that is able to avail to the Liberian people, that is able, with the exception of the other narcotics, the weed and other drugs that have been confiscated and being burned by the LDEA. But there is one of the biggest bursts, 19 and 17. We're talking about
19.
34,000 to 35,000, 34 million United States dollars worth of drugs. And this government is so transparent that everybody in the country knows that this government have done this kind of a work. But the opposition want to twist it as though, oh, the country, too much drugs in the country and the rest of them. But one thing I said the Liberian people should be proud of is, imagine your government that is transparent. You are able to recognize over $30 million drugs that was burst in the country. Imagine the people who were facilitating drugs in the country. How?
You want me to go on to say something?
Yeah, I say how? Yeah, go ahead.
So this whole drug saga thing is just nowadays it's just laughable to me, because people are going around calling Liberia a narco state. And sometimes I wonder if they really know the meaning of what they are saying. Because a country that is a narco state will not investigate people, they won't arrest people, because they live in the pockets of the cartel.
Yeah.
What
Indeed.
we have seen, me, since growing up in Liberia, past through Civil War, grown up, what we have seen this government doing, I have not seen a government do it before. I have not seen a government arresting its own officials in link to any wrongdoing. I have not seen a government cracking down on drugs like they are doing now. So sometimes, I have seen a lot of comments on Facebook. Sometimes people that you see some of the comments from people that you least expect. And then you wonder. And these same people will be the one that is saying, because everybody came together and celebrated 26 in a grand style. So, we all love our country. So I wonder, do they understand what love of a country is? If you see a government trying to crack down on this thing, and you there trying to say, I wanted to burn the drugs or the flower they were burning, because there's an allegation that the LDEA boss was linked to something. Now, I'm not here to put my hair on chopping board for anybody. No, never going to do that. But common sense tells you this man was accused. And I like what the president did. After the man said, okay, I'm going to recuse myself because I don't want whatever accusation to tint. Because sometimes all the allegations make you think that if people are trying to divert these people's attention or they're trying to just stir things up, I'm going to recuse myself and
Yeah.
I'm going to present myself to be investigated. Now, that is what professional people will do. That is what anybody should do if you are linked. To say, look, I'm waiting to clear my name. I don't know about this thing, or I know something. Yeah, I'm here now for you to ask all the questions and do all the investigation you need to investigate.
For the integrity of the investigation.
For the integrity of the investigation. Because Liberian people, we are gullible set of people. We do not research anything we see online, we believe it. We do not sit for 1 second to think and say, the other story ain't sounding right. Let me sit down and use my sense to look into it. And it shouldn't be somebody's name that we ain't already like, oh, that person already guilty. That is so true.
That's it.
So for me, I'm so proud of this government that I supported. I do not regret my support no day. 2029, I'm going to the last is 2023. I did not have the time to be in Liberia. 2029, I'm going to be on ground. I'm going to tie my strings. We're going to go and talk to our people because we are now on the right track. There is nothing that should ever make us to go back. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, like you spoke about Biago, right? You spoke about Biago. I think Biago did the right thing. Some people will say Biago shouldn't have recused himself. Look, in the Western world,
did the right thing. It's professional.
in the Western world, is how people do things. If people want to tint you and they connect you with something that compromises your ethics, your professional ethics, and you are a part of whatever investigation that is going on, you recuse yourself. Now, you know the hypocrisy of this entire thing, Hawa. These are the same people who are calling on Gregory Como to recuse himself from the National Intelligence Investigation Committee on this entire drugs crisis. Now, another security personnel for professional ethics have said, okay, since you're calling my name, I'm going to resign.
There was a resign. He said, I'm going to recuse.
They say he's guilty. Then why should you call on Greg to recuse himself?
Because people, the Liberian public, even the ones that say they went to school, and I know in Liberia, when people sit and memorize in class and they come first or second, they think they know it all. But if you came first and second year class and you got common sense to read between the line, your first class or whatever class to me is nothing.
Indeed.
Look, in every society, that is what professional people do. They recuse themselves. He never said I'm resigning. You recusing yourself doesn't mean that you are admitting to any wrongdoing. Those are two different things. I'm going to step aside. Since you're accusing me, I will step aside and let them investigate me and clear me. If I'm not clear, they take the job from me and they further my investigation to wherever we got to go.
I will say something. I'll say something on the podcast tonight.
Let me just we saw a few days ago. It was a foreign minister.
Yep.
Being accused of bringing cocaine and putting a diplomatic patch on it or something. And those things, it almost make you to think that are certain people trying to divert the investigators, but it will not work. Because I'm one of the happiest persons sitting here today knowing that this investigation is not only in the hand of our national security that I respect and trust. Because for the first time I saw a covered. The one we can be in America, we say, oh, the people can have covered intelligence, and they storm the place, and the people did not know they were coming. I saw that happening when they seized the 300 million and how much million drugs? 317 million
317 million.
drugs. Because if people just knew those two men that they collected, they were never going to catch them.
Indeed.
That is how much from there I say we have men that know their job. We may not be having all the BB equipments, but there are people that know their job in Liberia. Secondly, then we have help from the United States on ground. We're getting help from Morocco agents on ground. And the last time I listened to Mika, I think it was some part of last week, when Gregory said they were also reaching out to the people from Rwanda to help.
Yep.
So for me, the more the merrier. And people just think it's only 2026. That's where the investigation going to stop. But if you know the core of investigation, because to find the root cause of something, you have to chase it all the way down. So for now, I hope few days we'll not be hearing about witchcraft and that they not have people with brooms passing around. Because we're talking serious thing here. We're talking Liberia. Liberia matters above anybody. For me, I like, even if you catch my mom, if my mom involved, I will go to beach and visit her. I will cook food and carry for her.
But she has to bear the consequences.
Exactly.
That's it. So, I'm looking at people. You ask yourself as Liberian, those who are mounting the pressure. It is good to mount the pressure because we have to hold the government's feet to the fire. It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping myself here, these few days, I've been on the Senate pro tempore and the speaker. That I'm observing what the budget will be like this fiscal year, the next fiscal year, 2027. That we have to beef up our national security and make them more equipped.
Yeah, it is important.
We cannot have one person office carrying 3 million. One person office carrying 3 million.
That is a lot of money.
Then the Coast Guard is under the national defense budget. But under the national defense budget, the entire Coast Guard for the Republic of Liberia carry 4 million budget under the Coast Guard.
Albert, let me come in with something quick. In my own sense, I think it's about time that Liberia create the Naval Department division in our military and Air Force. Reason is this: if you create those divisions, you start to train men, then you can use your leverage you have. And I also believe that Liberia does have, military-wise, they have leverage with the United States. They need to use those, except they have people in place that don't know how to maneuver and get the help they need. Let me tell you, I live here. I mean, I do have some military friends and stuff. When it comes, the people got some fairly or not even old. The people, sometimes they just use their equipment for 1, 2, 3 years and they don't want to change it. That's why they call the greatest military in the world, because always they want the best of it. So by the time new equipment comes, that other one, whether it ain't old, they ain't got time for it. Liberia, your connection military-wise with the United States, like, you need people who know how to do the connection to get more help. Because to be frank, currently, I don't care how much money they put in the defense budget, there are things that we need that we will not be able to get. But equally, those things can be gotten in other ways. So, Chief of Staff, Defense Minister, you need to use those important connections you have and reach to the right people. Now, listen to the foreign minister talking about, she just pick up the phone and call the State Department and DEA, in the country. You have a foreign minister that know how to network, know how to get out there to make things happen. Use her. Because we need all the help we can get. We need drones, military drones. We need as much equipment as we can get. And we also need to open up the military. We need to have other branches. Again, just be army.
Yeah. The Navy.
We need Navy, we need special forces. They're doing how they call it, those departments don't start huge at one time. They start small. Every country they started to build little by little. As you recruit people during training, that's where the people spot people that fit in certain division. If you fit on the side, they put you on the side, you start to specialize in that area. You can have both Coast Guard and Navy. Those are two separate branches in the United States. We have both Coast Guard and Navy. But the military herself need a Navy. And I think the defense people should start to think about that. Because with everything that's happening, we need people that can think fast and get on the ball and get things running for our military and other things in the country there.
You're right about that. My brother Mark Toy. Mark Toy said, next time, Mr. Host, please dress properly while bearing our country's flag. I respect your comment, my brother. I respect that.
I want one of that flag. That flag behind you is actually the original color. That's the real color of the Liberian flag over there.
Yeah.
All that thing they can be passing around here with. That's the original flag. That's the original color behind you there.
I got this when I went to Liberia.
That is actually the original color there.
And I asked them to make it for me. I pay $53 for it. At least, but it worth it. So Mr. Mark, okay, we'll come back to our podcast. We value the comments that come from our audience. Okay, Mr. Mark Tori, after responding, he said, "Thank you for your kind consideration. I really appreciate that." But Mark, all week, Mark, we on the team here, and we can't correct. So now we jump for late to blow up. But I understand what you're saying, brother. I appreciate your critique. It's not
Mark will tell you to take off your hat soon because men don't wear hats under the roof.
A lot of people, the co-hosts are all on me tonight.
No, but that's it. Men do wear hats under the roof. You don't know that. Someone learn from your president. Do you see Jay when JB enter anytime he take off his hat?
The thing is that you understand the reason why the hat can go there.
It's okay.
Now you want me to be hiding you want me to put my secret also. We having the thing that coming.
But who will get bored here when they getting older? It's part of life.
So Mr. Toy, welcome to the podcast, Mark. I really appreciate your comment and your intervention. When people critique positively, we take them into consideration. That is how we improve ourselves. Okay. For me, I took it that today is just Saturday, so let me just use my stuff and this and that, but anyway, I really appreciate that, and it's good that I had the jacket right close to me here, and I put it on. So like Howard.
Yeah.
We were talking about this.
Morning? Let me just explain something to him. I just saw his chart. He said Liberia is not economically. Liberia is not. Does not have the resources, and I agree. But you can start from somewhere. Liberia has a very Liberia have connections that they don't use most of the time because people that they have in positions may not know how to unlock some of these things. Every country did not start with 1 million man navy or whatsoever that capacity is up to now. They start small. And Liberia stay in the reconstruction stage of the army. So you can put those departments together and start seeing how you can unlock those links that you already have, how you can make use of it. If you get it, you can, if you don't have the resource to buy things, but you can get things. There are a lot of countries that have military equipments and stuff that are fairly new that they do not use, and they are waiting. If you just explain and talk to people and they really understand your need, those things can happen.
Indeed.
Liberian people, we do not know how to network. That is one of our major things. Always we say everything is so hard, it's so too much. But if networking is one major thing that you can do in the world that can make you to gain a lot of success than you ever think, it's already there. You just need to go and unlock what you have.
Sure, indeed. Indeed.
You wanted to
Yeah.
say something, Albert,
So,
before
so
we
let's recognize few people on the podcast. Momo, Onesi, Zuga, how you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing okay.
Albert, they keep blocking our
Tommy,
faces.
you say?
They comment blocking our faces. They want you
Okay,
post
I'm
that.
gonna remove it right away. So, Tommy, thanks for that, Hawa.
Mhm.
Tommy, Aldrich, how you doing? Gracie Grace. Gracie, I think the AFL already has a good working relationship with the
They
U.S.
do. It's a
military.
long-term relationship.
Yeah,
This is not something that is just the post-war. That relationship has been there from foundation. So they can stay. They need to know how to unlock it to get some of these real good equipment. If we don't have the manpower, but we can have things like drones that can monitor our borders 24/7. Because we do not have the manpower to say we're going to close our border, that we're going to have military people on every inch of the border because the borders are porous. Where I was born in Cape Mount, you just walk before you look, you in Sierra Leone. So those things, technology-wise, drones and things can help. Those are things that people can give to people, but you need to know how to unlock what you have already in place. If you do not know, that door will not be open because nobody coming to you to baby feed you. You have to work to improve yourself. That is what a life is.
yeah. So
And I believe even if, like in the defense, if they don't know how to do it, they can talk to the finance to foreign affairs and say, look, with all this situation and thing going on, we can do X, Y, Z. And you have a minister that know how to work her way. Things can happen, but we just don't know how to push the button for those things to happen.
I agree. I agree with you, Hawa. So like Hawa, all of the drug bursts that we are doing right now. And if anybody wants to call in on the show, you can call on +32. Let me see if I can find the banner right there. You can call on +32. No, it will cover our faces, so I have to take it back.
You
You can
gotta,
call
or
on.
you either put us up and then you put the thing down. I don't know why you brought us down.
Okay, sorry for that. Let me see what I can do. Guys, I'm sorry there. So, you can call on +32 492 100 447. That is the number to call on WhatsApp. You can just plug the number in WhatsApp, and then you will be able to call on the platform and give your input and what you think about what is unfolding in the country right now. But however, let's look at this. We can do all of these drugs bursts. Okay, this
Mhm.
there is one of the things I've been talking about during the week. Okay, uh, the LDEA budget. Okay, it's something that I've been talking about over the week.
Mhm.
Now, this is my point. With all of the drug bursts that we are doing presently,
Mhm.
we are right now, 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, the finance ministry declared the launch of the 2027 fiscal year budget.
Mhm.
Now, this is what is happening. Why the fiscal year budget has been launched, it mean that we are trying to put this thing up. We are going to begin the formulation of the new budgets for 2027. And what I see is that we are bursting drugs from within, but the drugs come from outside.
Mhm.
So if you look at the budget, the formulation of the budget, the executive, what they do, they only formulate the budget. And then the budget goes to the national legislature because they, by constitutional mandate, make appropriation.
Okay, so they're the one for the amount that should go to everybody.
Yes.
You need to
So
break it down for the common people to understand what is appropriation because not everybody know what it is.
yeah, you're right for that. You're right for that. So the armed forces budget is for 2026 is 24.8 million. The Coast Guard budget in there is 4.8 million. Now, the office of the speaker is 2.3 million.
The people playing with our country.
The office of the Senate pro tempore is 1.8 million. How?
Me, I just want to know what they're doing with the mediums.
We are
The
fighting
Senate-
drugs. We are
Eh.
fighting drug crisis in the country. That is a spillover from the past administration to this administration. And we had a military boat or ship that came close to our international waters, or it entered our international water. Until we grabbed that ship, it will become a mystery as to what was in that ship. But one thing that it shows is that one person that is personally being indicted for this drug crisis from the RIA, Egon Queer, he wrote the Maritime Authority about this particular ship to be given emergency berth at the free port of Monrovia. This guy who is presently at the South Beach. So, what was in that ship? What was contained in that ship?
So
Today, the AFL and the Coast Guard tried to run after that ship. They didn't get it. They now
they don't have
contact
the
Cote
equipment.
d'Ivoire. They contact Ghana. They contact Nigeria. Liberia as a sovereign country, your territorial waters. You stay contacting people. A Coast Guard budget of 4 million, and the speaker's budget is half of a whole Coast Guard budget. Tell me how.
Look, it's about time because I'm now curious to know what is the speaker doing with $2.8 million. Same with the Senate pro tem. I want to know what's in your offices. Because even if you pay your staffers, I don't know how much, what you got golden image in your office or something. Because I'm confused. Just an office budget with this country that we need so much help, so much things to be done to move our country forward. You see the flotation boats and thing that people got? It's not for deep sea. So they could have never even chased those people. It's only for certain part of the ocean.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm talking about that people in defense need to know the gold they have. Like, look, sometimes, and sometimes I say people do not know the history of Liberia, so they do not know how to navigate to get things done for Liberia. Because if you only know, Albert, you think, oh, if you have, and I'm not trying to beat anybody down. I respect our military people. I respect their work they do when our people are sleeping. They are working overnight, but they need the support. They need as much money they can get to get equipment. You think if Liberia had just one naval boat, they wouldn't have charged that? Because for training wise, I trust our people. I'm not afraid. They could have charged that ship. That ship was not going to run away. And another thing, they think when the security people, every operation is going on, they just on. Look, there are some operation you going on, you can't be on camera because you do not want to alert.
Yeah.
Because I will give example of the 3.17 million drug bust. You think if it was not a secret mission that they had carried on, those two men that they arrested on spot, they were going to arrest them? No. So some of these things, when they're doing it, they need to take the press, everybody out of it. Everything don't have to be on camera.
It's not everything that will be on camera.
Because whether you're on camera or not, if the people want to accuse you, they will accuse you.
Yeah.
You'll be on camera all day. The people will bring different stories and say this is what happened, and they want for other people out to see different things than what they saw. So some of the operations, there is no need for camera. Even where the ship was, I sure the flotation boats could have reached.
Sure.
But because the people were signal, they left Liberian water. And once somebody is not in your water, you can't do nothing about it. All you can do is send information to the nearby countries to get to be on the watch. Because we also have to know that this cocaine bus is not only in Liberia. In Sierra Leone recently, they collected some.
Sure.
So nobody should say this is something that the whole of West Africa is even fighting. So this, for me, this whole cocaine thing is nothing about politics. It's about, especially when me seeing a government are trying to fight it. The last time people talk a lot because we saw a government that was not trying to do anything. We saw children lying out on the streets and stuff. Who can really put their hand up and say currently that the things we were seeing in the past years, that is still happening there, that you have children, that the way people were walking on the street like the zombies and all kinds of stuff. The children were just standing like they fall down and go butt some kind of lipo. And they didn't even know what they're doing, giving themselves a concussion and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, number one, my thing is, I know we have a president who does not want to interfere in other branches, but I think it's about time for him to really talk, because the two people that are heading the both houses, those are his people.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to talk to them. They need to think about the country and put the country first. Because I see no reason why one person office got $2.8 million budget to do what with it.
To do what? And that's how you see sometimes the budget is delayed. Now, one thing the executive under this administration is doing, the budget, they have never recasted the budget to say the budget period have elapsed and we've gone into the next budget period and the budget is not approved. Last fiscal period, the budget was prepared by the executive and presented to the legislature on time. This year, going to 2027 fiscal budget, that should begin in January, and the latest, the budget should be placed before the national legislature in October, before or on October 31st, because the entire October is considered that the executive should present the budget. These people, that I want for every Liberian, I want to say, what we do is not to come and pressing. We are not pressing people here. The Liberian people safety come first. And we want to fight drugs and minimize drugs because we can't stop drugs from coming to Liberia. Even the great United States has been fighting this thing close to its neighbor Mexico and other countries down in the south of the Americas.
We can stop Liberia from being a transit point.
We can stop Liberia.
The lower level drugs is because those ones, local people bringing it in stuff is a different fight. But the major cocaine and stuff, we can stop Liberia from being a transit point.
That I agree with you 100%. And there's a point I was coming to, Hawa. That while we cannot stop drugs from coming to Liberia, we can minimize it to the lowest and stop Liberia from being a transit point, but it requires the leadership of all sectors of government. That is, people should now begin to compromise their personal interests for state interests. If this fiscal year, how many times does the speaker travel outside of Liberia?
I actually don't follow him, so I will not be able to talk on that.
They didn't travel even 4 times out of Liberia. He went to the Africa, I can remember one time.
But what he really need to travel for, he need to work and try and straighten that house where they in, work and be noisy, the kindergarten class.
It's Senate pro tempore. How many times you traveled this year? I know of none. But even if you are traveling, $1.8 million United States budget. Look, we should begin to ask these people, what is the purpose of the travel? How can you have a speaker of an entire country? The man doesn't have a website. You have a Senate pro tempore who doesn't also have a website. When these people traveled, all of these things should be cataloged on the website for the Liberian people because they are using the Liberian people money. Now,
I think the Senate does have a website. I don't think she has a personal website, which can also be cataloged on the Senate webpage.
Yeah, catalog. I agree with you. I don't know if the person want to be on. Continue to let me come in. I'm sorry, Hawa, because I know the particular person wouldn't. The person is not calling to be on a live podcast. Maybe they didn't check that I was online. So, the House of Representatives website can also carry it. But do we see that travel log? How much was expended?
But then you see the people not even traveling. So, what travel logs do they have?
What are they doing? So it's what I'm saying. Everything we're doing presently, everything we are doing now, we are just scratching from the surface.
And one thing I realized is the thing when the budget go up, their own spending, their own money should go up too. I think, one of my friends and myself were talking and he said something. He was like, if I was the president or the executive, some of the money, I would say no to it because the people needed more.
Yeah.
And now because the executive the one that disbursed the money. So if the Coast Guard need a speedboat, because no, the U.S. Coast Guard here use I think speedboats or so. So
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I may be
They
wrong.
got ship, they got speedboat, they got
Yeah.
everything depending on the distance you're
Uh,
supposed to move.
if I know our Coast Guard need that, and you asking for a 2.8 million budget in dollars, I will put that money more to the Coast Guard than just giving it to somebody to fill their bank account.
But there's the thing. There's the thing,
Because
Hawa.
the first thing, you know, that's why sometimes when I see people sitting in the West and saying certain things, I get discouraged because that we see what happened here. Even look, even the buying of cars for these people, I don't even think they should be buying. If they buy the car belong to the Republic of Liberia. It's not your personal car.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I don't see Western countries buying cars and that's the reason why African countries struggle sometimes because of our leaders. I don't see Western countries buying their people the salary you're taking. You better, yeah, your salary come with benefits and stuff, but that benefit or whatsoever, you better use that to buy your own car. If the country decide to buy cars for representatives and senators, it should be the country property. And I do not believe that every 4 years they should buy new cars. That is waste. The House of Senate and House of Representatives is not a place to go and live a luxury life. It's a place to go and serve their people and serve them in the right way.
I agree with you.
Tell somebody like this representative, I can't remember his name, talking about they shouldn't build a 4-lane road from in St. Paul to Bo. So the first thing I was like, because there is not traffic. That was his excuse. So I said, like, when will Liberian people stop being short-sighted? So because there is not enough traffic on the road, so the road should not be extended also.
No.
Do you want for the traffic to start to happen first before you start building roads? That is just being short-sighted. And secondly, I would say that road is MRU project. So whether you like it or not, it's going to be built. But it just speaks to the mind of a lot of Liberians that you would think that, oh, your country shouldn't be developed because this is not happening. When other people are developing their countries and things, they did not wait for it to happen. They look at their country and they say, in the next 20, 25 years, this is where we want to be, and they work towards it. When will Liberian people start to think that way?
That is what happens in Rwanda. Even though I'm not a fan of the Rwanda president, people feel that all is well in Rwanda, but that guy is a big dictator. But however it is, I think their mindset with development has gone far beyond Africa. They have extended our knowledge beyond Africa and taken things. That is why you see Rwanda is called the greenest country in Africa. Clean. If they are passing a law,
because they pass the law.
Yeah. If they are passing a law, that law does not go into effect in the next 2 years, or 3 years, or 4 years. They prepare themselves for that law to go into effect in the next 10 years. That means it's going to affect the next generation. So what they're doing now in terms of making laws is not the generation that is already experiencing the benefit of what governance is. So if they were to construct 5 different hospitals. They legislate a law that will be able to govern those hospitals. And they begin to fund the money before that 10 years. And that hospital is built 3 years before the 10 years. And everything that should make that hospital a hospital is placed in that hospital. And it stops and everything. But this is one thing, Howard.
I showed that budget, their senators and representative budget is now 1.8 million.
No, it's not. It's not. That is why you see people call Paul Kagame sometimes a dictator. Because the guy look at it and say, it's not going to be this way, it's going to be this way. Even though it's not democracy. But now being democracy have pushed that country to where it is today, that even we are sending our national police personnel to Rwanda for special forces police training.
Yeah.
And one of our young police officers, may his soul rest in peace, his life went off in Rwanda and they have to bring him to Liberia. Today, his corpse was laid to rest. But let's look at it. Let's drift a little bit from the drugs issue. Yesterday, there were these women who met the president from the southeast, specifically Maryland County. I'll have to look for that video while you are
Yeah, I watched it when they were there.
Yeah. How? And I spoke about it passionately, because women in our society, even though nowadays, it was what? Gender equality, right? They say gender equality. But at the same time, as a person, as a man, we know that thing is the women way of saying we are counterparts.
Yeah.
We were born
Women are counterparts. They are not stepping stones or so.
Yeah. We were born humans. We are not to be looked upon in certain way. What you can do, we can do it. But from a human perspective and from the biblical perspective, you know that you are softer than a woman and you have to see woman in a different light. And we know what women have gone through in Liberia. Peace being in Liberia today was through the outcome of women sacrificing fast and prayer on the oil there, on that field, in white clothing.
Every day they were there.
Every day they were there. These women represent you as a woman who's striving for education today. A woman who is self-sufficient, making yourself sophisticated for the tomorrow that comes before you. How do you feel seeing these women appreciating their president yesterday?
Look, every time I watch that stuff, I have the goosebumps and some emotions all over me. And I am a Liberian. Let me put it that way, because as I say, I'm not from the southeast, but I am a Liberian first. And it brought joy.
Liberian woman at that.
It brought joy, pride to see. Only somebody that live in a struggle can better explain their struggle.
Sure.
To hear that woman say, she said after the war, she said since we were born, and that woman were not born after the war. She said since we were born, we used to stay on the road 2-3 days. I mean, not days, weeks. I even misquoting her. But now we left Harper last night and we in Moravia today. And not only she did not only stop there, she also talked about the economical part, where she talked about their produce reaching to market on time.
Yeah.
Where she said our marketing, our gardening thing that will not spoil anymore.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine when the 304 agriculture, you think the yellow mission even made me excited because for me, Albert, I have been one person from childhood that always said that Liberia, we are blessed. The Liberians may not know how blessed they are. That is why, no matter what, I can put my head up high anytime and say I am a Liberian. Even the past 6 years when things were not okay, I was still proud to be a Liberian.
Sure.
Look, I always said a country that cannot feed herself will struggle. A country that just wants for all her things to sit on the ocean and reach in and reach at the port before they know a good. That is an issue. If we feed ourselves, we can overcome a lot of things.
Yeah.
We need to stop depending on too much importing things. Some of the sicknesses today we have in our country is based because some of the things that the people saying are outdated, spoil things, and we just consume them.
Agree.
You have your country rice that is full of fiber, that when you eat, it's very nutritional to your body. You cannot get diabetes from that rice.
No. You can.
But we want everything to be imported into the country. And then we say things hard. Hard things won't be hard. When you grow things, when you grow surplus of food in your country and you feed yourself, food prices will drop. When Liberian people gravitate towards eating their own rice instead of imported rice. Let me tell you, I came to America before I knew that everything had expiration date on it. Even eggs have expiration date. So some of the rice and things that they be bringing, who know if that expired rice or not? But everybody just eating it.
Yeah.
I would encourage every Liberian, but I was very proud when I saw that lady. It brought tears to my eyes. And it made me to realize people in Monrovia, that's where all the noise is. I have been watching a lot of videos too from the rural areas and stuff. And you really realize that the noise is actually in Monrovia. That
That's
these
it.
people in the rural area appreciate this president more than you know. They do. Not everybody, but good bit of them appreciate him. And they see what is happening and they want to see their country going forward. In my whole life, I never saw our boy in the interior in Ketman. I never saw any pipe running through mud house till I saw it in Bapolo. So there is possibility of great things in this country. We need to love ourselves. We need to put our hands around our president. He's not perfect, but he's doing the work we asked him to do. And we need to think about Liberia and be proud of who we are. Because I think some of the problem is we don't even know ourselves.
Yep. Yeah. For sure. Because look, our great things are happening in Liberia. Things are happening in Liberia. This is Seneca.
Beautiful.
This is Seneca, Nimba County.
Beautiful and clean too.
Clean. Look, clean. Seriously, clean.
I think my parents need to please go to my own superintendent. I don't even know who is superintendent of Grand Cape County. I don't hear anything about that other side.
And the next county I see taken after, and
Grand
if serious, they would rather be more than Nimba, Bikano City.
That's what I'm telling you. I saw that superintendent. Look, that man has enough energy. And he looking like he want to take that whole thing and put it on his head. And he's a young person too. That is what we should see. That is what we should be like. Young people trying to change the image of their country to a positive and vibrant one.
These people want to have the development that is taking place in the country, and we should remain focused on that thing. Let the national security be taking care of that thing. I mean, it's good that the government brought it up. We know what is happening in the country, but let's focus on the real thing. How? What is happening presently in the country that people want us to focus on? Those things existed. And we saw it being measured by the young men and women who were zombies in the street. They didn't echo it. That they are echoing it now. If there's government, they didn't want for the citizenry to know. If they didn't want for the general population to know, you think anybody would have known? Nobody would have known. Just as they did. Like Prince Johnson said. Prince Johnson was within the inner cycle, the inner governance of the WES administration. Prince Johnson said the United States government, because he used to call we are his son. He said, the George Weah government as a government that was doing extrajudicial killings. It took the Weah government as a government that was facilitating drugs. He said it. I put on that post today, running around 400 going to 500 shares. And one of them come and say, Abbott, your level of propaganda. I said, it's not propaganda. I'm not saying it. It is somebody
But which African president did they call to Linge to the CIA headquarters?
You know, we are.
CIA didn't just call you just to go. You know, me and somebody when that thing happened, me and one of my cousins, I said no, CIA would not call you to the headquarters just to go have chit chat. If they want to communicate something, they will go through the State Department. When they call you, they're giving you their respect to warn you.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. So what we do now, let's take a bout of this music to take some water to go down the throat. I caught you by surprise today. Okay, I said I ain't going to tell Howard that we're beginning our live podcast today.
No, I just, I keep from reading, and I was like, I did reading, and then I did my dietitian appointment. So I just like, okay, let me just take a break before. Hi, Glenn and Jane, genius. Let me just, yeah. Let me just take a break, and then I went on Facebook. I saw you. I said, you send the link. Yeah.
I said to myself,
let me talk like Erasmus before I go back to my status.
I said to myself, hey, Glenny, my secret heart, how you doing, sweetheart? My secret crush. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome to the podcast.
Secret crush, she coming for you.
I hope you're doing okay. I know you are Glenny now. My secret crush. So, yeah. So, guys, welcome to the podcast. Let's take a few bars of this music, and then we come back to continue what we are doing here.
Albert, there was a song I saw on one of your podcasts, and I like that song, and I started listening to that song. It's called A Song of Hope. We should be playing it here because it's called A Song of Hope. Let me find the name.
Let me see. I hope the thing come on. I hope my Bluetooth is.
You are getting your coffee, and you are playing that song, and yeah, it's called Song of Hope by Ziwi Du Longa.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. I don't know if you were here and when I play it here. This song, I was like, Look, because
I like it.
it just made me think about a whole lot of things, like things that are happening in Liberia. Like people need
Yeah,
encouragement. You need
yeah.
hope.
hmm I like
Like
that
even
song.
though things you bruised, but you still walking, you still moving. We're pushing Liberia forward. Liberia is
Indeed,
bruised, but we are going to push her forward till she cross the line.
indeed. And the thing about it, I love that song. I would love to play it right now. Glenn is you see Glenn is ready to
Guys,
say
it's not our lead storage. Our lead storage for now. Let me get a bottle of water.
And so the thing, I love that song so much. And the thing about copyrights gave people between 14 to 15 seconds to play their music. Then when you see it in your on your own podcast, it's like your original, it's this original sound. But when you go above that, if I play that entire music right now, the copyright will take the whole podcast and say it for them. You
Oh
see?
yeah.
So
I mean, I'm
yeah,
not saying right now. I just saying. I
yeah.
said
But I love. It's the second time that I have made a video with that music, and I really love it. You know, it's a
I
sound of
used
hope.
it.
It's inspirational,
I used
very
it to walk
inspirational.
this morning, and I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I was like, I walked 2 miles and didn't even realize I was. I'm like, this is my new workout song. When you listen to it, it has meaning.
Rescue don't come. Papa Bokai. He came with the plan when the night was long. 6 pillars to make Liberia strong. Agribusiness, with the farm produce, roads and bridges, with the trade move. Rule of law, no more corruption. Education for the next generation. Sanitation, clean water flow. The tourism let the world know. Arrest again, inclusive development. From Monrovia to the 15 counties, everybody say Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia together. Liberia, there I go. From Cape Mount to Maryland, see the light of 33 kilometers on the road, connecting the farm to the load. The yard of the white dog to Ivory Coast. Liberia. We're in darkness now, solar they shine. 20 megawatt in Monterrado, clean light divine. 100K homes every year. Keep promise life. 75% by 2030. Future bright. GDP from low to 5.1 now going to 5.8. Inflation 10 to 7. Don't be straight. Revenue 695 million, 12% gain. VAT and digital tax. Stop leakage and pain. 50 million budget for health and school. Business need investment pool. Bogai, Liberia, rise. Liberia, rise. Liberia, rise. Liberia, rise. Liberia, 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 Liberia. Bogai, Liberia, Bogai, Liberia, Bogai, Liberia, Bogai, Liberia, Bogai, jobs for agriculture, infrastructure, small business, rescue mission working, no more loneliness. Scholarship debts declare 1 million paid school fees today. No child afraid. 10,000 youth reaching those skills in hand. You can get into 35 capital for the land. JFK got the thoracic center. Surgery, 16 million living man. No more to roam.
Community pharmacy, drop each far down. Mother and child, oh, I know down. Property man suspending, no, I said declare. PMTS monitoring, show that he can. War crimes, court, for justice and peace. Truth and reconciliation, make plain cease. IMF to 200 million world back as a youth. 500 million trust and CC back to the world. Trust Liberia again. Because of honesty, not just come. What I build, what I build. Liberia, Liberia, what I build. Old man with wisdom, with a half story. From lover to flow, the change we feel. This is a defining moment for Liberia. The arrest agenda represents hope, prosperity, and equality. For all, Liberia on the rise. Oh, Liberia. Rescue don't come.
See what you don't show you, make sure you like the video, you share the video. You see how far they carry now. Can't see Sonny. Today the 5th of August, today Wednesday. Can't see Sonny. So they finish with the basement. Now the basement here, that there were cars will be parking. They finish with the basement. They finish with the other floor. You see, they can't see it. They finish with the other floor. As you can see, they finish with. I try, man. Yeah, I know. We're in a plea. Yeah, we're in a plea. Yeah, we're in
How are the men travel?
The man travel.
a plea. We're in a plea. I try.
How are?
The other
You
boy
know,
here, John Raffle, I like him. They are
Yes,
going to
kid.
grow though for him.
I know, right? This kid was bullied by this woman. That all the sacrifice you say you're making for Joseph Boaka, he traveled all over all over the place. He has not taken you along one day. The thing is that you already have a camera person with the president, with the presidency, the Ministry of State, the Foreign Affairs. The kid is doing a piece of job for the president, not for the president to want to carry him everywhere he wants to go or to carry him on any trip. What the kid is doing is sacrificing for country, showing to you and myself outside of the country, even those who are within the country, who do not have the means to see what is happening because amidst the propaganda from opposition and other people who didn't do what this president is doing within the space of 3 years, just close to 3 years. This kid is showing to people what you see in that video is Joseph Yuma Boaka's administration, not Joseph Boaka's projects, but the government of the Republic of Liberia, the People's Projects, building over 5-story concrete structure that will accommodate over 300 young people. I think presently they sort of begin one of the construction in Bombing. They sort of begin one of the constructions in Bone County.
Is that the academy?
That's the academy. And young people who
The
have
last time I heard somebody saying it was Josh Ria, not even somebody, my cousin.
everything that happens.
It was Josh Ria idea, and it was in his brain. I said, no, he the one who signed the Declaration of Independence. And I just said it on him. I said, he signed the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was his project. The foundation of Liberia was his idea. Like, I don't understand you seriously at this point in life. I don't understand you.
That was the best response you would have ever given to
That one of my own family members. So
that family member of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, there were many young people. I wish I could put my hand on that video right now. When George Weah said in 2017, when I become president, football unites us, football is going to carry us somewhere. I will make football a priority. Sports
He
as
did
a
not
whole.
want him make it a priority.
And
I
he
think he
didn't
should
do
have
it.
just told us he was going to make singing his priority, and then we're going to understand. Because that's the only thing he did.
Many young people
Actually,
who
that one thing I missed the mail for. But now when Christmas comes, I want rap a pom pom.
Merry Christmas.
My Christmas on
Merry
you.
Christmas. Then you turn to the choir. Ahoo! Ahoo!
That don't see I missed the mail for. Rap a pom pom. I say, and I used to love, and that Christmas carol is one of my favorite Christmas carol. I say, for him lying in that Christmas carol, that why you go.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. My Christmas on you. My Christmas on you. My New Year on you. Hey. Look,
God, please don't take us back there again.
it may
Oh,
sound funny, but it is very serious.
it was a
It is
sad
very
time.
serious, Awa, that this guy personally value his own time as compared to the time the Liberian people gave you. Look, it is once in every 6 years that the Liberian people gave you that time for 6 years and say, we
And see
give you
him
this
therefore,
time.
he can't sing Christmas carol for us again. That is so wrong.
Okay, and John Williams must be charged for that.
He must be brought to justice
Not be
and tell
brought
us why he's not singing Christmas carol for us
Must
again.
be for Liberia that they need Campbell. So
The sedition that will cost you and Marcelo will not believe it. I will not believe.
no, we have to. This particular. Let me remove the thing from the stream. Let me remove the thing from the stream because
George Vanipa, he writing plenty of book here today. So when you post it on a thing, you can just cover the whole street.
because you see the stream.
But his ideas are very, very good though. I mean, he making some great points.
Yeah, so George said it is hardly. It is hard time. Liberian politicians started to counter their development around creating jobs and also creating projects that generate revenue, not just projects that are for applause of the citizens. Now he goes to say, it is hardly time that Liberian politicians started to counter development around creating jobs and also creating projects that generate revenue, not project. Okay, it's repetition. It's just the same. So, but if you keep posting the same thing, Facebook will see it as a spam and they will mark it as a spam. So just be careful. So not change some of the wordings in between. But he's making a lot of point. But this is very serious.
And he talking, he and myself coming before because if that our football academy what he talking about plus, I don't think it is something that would be good for all over the world. People do those things to benefit their citizens because the thing is we have to be realistic in Liberia.
Yeah.
Growing up in Liberia, people think that if you don't go to 4-year university or so, that means you are not educated enough. That is a myth because sometimes people that don't even go to 4 years, but they have skills, they make money more than us that went to the 4-year, healthy hour here, then having sleepless night.
Sure.
So for me, I would be happy for a government. It will also help with a lot of things in Liberia. Most of the children on the street and things. It will help. It will help to take those children off the street because if you take them off the street, you clean them and they have some talents. And I'm sure the academy is not only soccer or football, it's going to be other things. I hope they will include other things because Liberia, we have talents. Let me tell you something. I've been looking at gymnastics. Is that not the same thing? The cultural people be doing it, jumping through the ring, somersaulting 150 times. The white men just modify it and give it different names and gymnastics. There are a lot of things. I hope they will even include a pool, Olympic pool star people can swim. We talking about people going to represent Liberia. We talking about a lot of things. And I think the whole academy thing is a good thing. And I am very happy that they are building it not only in one, because as usual, everything usually is in Morovia. But I am glad that they are putting one centrally, which will be in Bon County. I think one is going to be in Kitmount. That will also help solve the western region. So I think it's a good thing.
Indeed,
I don't think the project is about politics. We have to think about the children too. It's the same thing I'm talking about. Like Liberian people, we are not used to looking forward and thinking about the future. We used to looking at the present, just what is before us. But then when we close our eye, open it tomorrow, what happened about tomorrow? So we need to get away from that, just looking at the present and start looking forward. How about if you're talking, you on mute because I'm not hearing you. Yeah, so with the academic stuff, I am happy. I'm also happy about the J.J. Rennie Hospital in Montgomery County, because healthcare, which is my area, is a very, very important field. And I think in Liberia, we are still way behind, way behind in a lot of things when it comes to healthcare. We need to work and fight hard, because when they build all the new hospitals and things and put new equipment in it, we need people that are trained to use those equipment effectively and take care of it, because using the equipment is not the only thing, but also taking care of those equipment so it can last longer. So I am glad, and every day with smile on my face, I can say I am so happy that I supported Joseph Nyima Boakai, that I believed in him. In the government, if I believe in nobody, I believe in Joseph Nyima Boakai, because I know when he said I will do it, definitely he will.
indeed, indeed, and so Howard, I want to do something. You know, as a co-host of this program, there is something that you passionately believe in. Okay, and I must tell the Liberian people, in years to come, the service that you will provide to Liberia, it will be or not, it will be something of a very high standard. You're studying outside of Liberia today because tomorrow you know you will come to your country to provide a quality service. What you see behind me there is the National Diagnostic Center. That was the groundbreaking was done in December of last year. We are in August. Less than 1 year. There are some undiagnosed diseases in Liberia up to present. Even in the West African sub-region or within the Mano River basin. And Joseph Juma Boakai decided to construct a national diagnostic center. Now, this is in Montgomery County. There's another that is going to be built in Bon County. And there's another that is going to be built in the western part of the country. I don't know if it's Babalu, Bomi, or Kidman County. This person is decentralized in the country, because what is going to be built in Bon County is the central part of the country. So if you come from the southeast, Bon County is just there. If there is any emergency that
Bon County is connected to the west, the
west,
how to call it? Yeah, it's right in the center.
And a good thing presently, there's a bridge now that they are building over, I don't know which one of the rivers that connects Bon County and Babalu County. So it means that even if you wanted to go from Kemar County to Grand Jide to go run after something, you can't go to Monrovia, pass through Kakata, come to Bon County, come to Ganta before you go to the southeast. You can just cross over from Babalu, from Kemau there to Babalu, Bomi Babalu, and you get in Bon County, you are in Nema County, you go to Kemau County. So with this diagnostic center, I know you are very passionate, help saving lives. You are the people we call first responders to save lives. How do you feel when this had never existed in your country? Even in the Mano River Basin, this doesn't exist. We will have specialized doctors coming from outside of Liberia, even from the ECOWAS region, to practice in this particular facility.
You know when JMB said Liberia would be the destination, that is exactly what he's working toward. And before I continue, well, Mr. Vani, I'm not I think the last time the Lance and Mice director, I don't know if that director or minister or whatever, were on the class read all that. I think government is working towards that. And that is what I like about this government. They are doing so many things at once. But some of the things are not out there yet. And I know sometimes we want for everything to be out there, but some people love to work on their things, present it makes sense before going to MICAD or whatsoever to say this is what we have done and we're going to start doing that. So I understand what you're saying. We are all passionate about the economy of the country. We want the country to grow. We want to have a middle class. But if you are not hearing, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. So back to that, he was saying, he said, as compared to the football stuff, he would prefer that the government should have considered doing a gold refinery first. Then
continue, Hawa.
So, as a very passionate healthcare worker, who really want to go back home and practice, but I also know I need to be at a certain place that I want to be. It's not that I can go back home now and practice, but I want to be at a certain place. And definitely, this is big for Liberia, because in Liberia, the truth is we still think that certain diseases are witchcraft. Now, I'm on the continent of Africa. I'm not saying witches don't exist. Even the Bible is talking about it, that demons and witches exist. But some of the things that happen to people is not always witchcraft. It's because our people lack the knowledge. So when some of these things happen, we link it to witchcraft. Number two, some people don't have the finances and things to travel. So when certain things are going on with them, they won't even go to hospital to check. But with the diagnosis facility in Liberia, it's not in any other. That's the one that I'm making my head turn. It's not in any other place but Liberia, where people will come and work. There will be scientists doing research, checking things. It will also help us with our surveillance on outbreaks, on diseases, on new kinds of diseases that we are not aware of, that probably is even existing in our sub-region or so. So for me, this is one of the best things that this president could have ever done. And I am happy that it is in Liberia and not in no other country. And I pray and hope every day that things will work out for the best of Mama Liberia, and then she will be able to take her place once more, like she did before, among the communities of nations.
Indeed, I agree with you. You getting me right, Hawa?
Mhm.
Okay. Indeed, I agree with you because no, look, let me tell you, this country have been overlooked by our sisterly countries around
Okay, I'm
us.
gonna start responding to Vani because every time I respond, you bring out something that is already in the pipeline. Like you talk about the economic zone, they are already, don't they already have something that I established that they're building on? The
So,
economic zone of Liberia. I don't know if he's aware that some of these things are already in the pipeline or already happening.
now, so you say, kind of don't misunderstand me.
No, not that part. He said Liberia should leverage its waterways to create more affordable ways to travel around the country. Liberia should start creating special economic zones. And so, don't they have an economic zone that they created? And I think they're working on so already.
Uh, we all of those things have been worked on. That is the reason why we are here. Okay, Vanny, thanks for being a major contributor on the platform tonight. Okay, we really appreciate you. Now, there's the thing, Vanny. 12 years after 2005 was to re-establish democracy in the country. We brought in another group of people for 6 years, and everything went backward. Now, what is happening is that we are strengthening the economy. We are strengthening the macroeconomy. We are fighting to make sure that the spillover is experience it affects the ordinary people positively, and that is why you see even from the IMF report and the African Development Bank latest report, our economy is thriving, it's going up. Okay, we want the trickle down effect to be able to impact the people positively. One thing you must understand, I don't know which country you live right now, Vani or George, is that Liberia is presently a thriving economy. Okay, what we had in the 70s and the 80s, just before the 90s when the crisis began, is not the same economy that we have today. The economy is striving and is trying to meet up with the competition in global economy. So when we are making these suggestions are genuine that we cannot trust. Okay, these suggestions are genuine, but can we consider that we are an emerging economy coming from somewhere? Because when we came from the silver crisis, we are getting into the competition of economies around the world. What we broke and how we went behind, years beyond those economies that were coming after us, they came and passed us, like Cote d'Ivoire, like Ghana,
Um,
like Guinea. Guinea was remote. Even when some of us went to Guinea in the 1990s, Guinea was a remote where when the citizens even see hear a car sound from 4 kilometers or 2 kilometers away, they will run into the bush until that car passes before they get back on the dusty road to walk. This economy came and surpassed us a little bit. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf re-democratized the country. People came back and took us back. We put our country back on the path. We set the economy back to where it is. The economy is afloat. Even American, who is very technical, I do for his personal reason. But this time, at least, he was human enough to say, this economy is better than the George Weah economy. The economy is leaping from 4% to 5%. what this country went through, and people came and tarnished the image of this country. Do you think investors just come into a country to invest because they have the money to invest? They need assurances, they need security, they need the market. And the market has constraints in Liberia. One of the
But
constraints is electricity.
Albert, hold on. The building behind Albert, what do you think it is? Um, Either George Varney is here to distract or so, because he jumped now from the talking about Liberia should create a national disease control research center. The building behind you is going to be used for diagnostic and research. That is what it is. Mr. Varney, I think we have answered that. And the one he talked about, the economic zone or so, they bringing in 304 agricultural machine is going to go into production. They recently, I think it was a few weeks back, the president talked about building a rubber manufacturing where when they tap the rubber, they can process it, a processing a factory. So those are things that are online. So it's not that the government is not thinking about it or it's not doing everything. They think sometimes people in Liberia will want everything. When government goes sneeze today, they can't. They say, yes, we have sneezed today. When they go bop their asthma, they can't say, yes, we have bop our eyes. And that is why even when it comes to national security and now we're seeing military people going on operation, they're putting everything on Facebook because they want to please people. But in every society, even in the West, they how they call it when they're putting things in place or doing things. They don't come to say everything
You also
they
leave
do. I think somebody
the camera or your phone horizontal, like the continue.
it's not like everything, but
You have to take it the
it
other way.
doesn't mean that they are not
See,
doing it.
how we look.
These are things that are already in the
If you can, it's
pipeline
okay.
and
But
they
I
are doing it. We now have a diagnostic center for
it's okay. Just leave it
research.
at that. It's okay. Leave it at that.
Diagnostic centers, they do research
Yeah,
of
it's okay
diseases
that.
and
It's
other
okay.
things.
Okay.
There will be scientists and qualified people in there working to do surveillance of reoccurring diseases, new diseases, whatsoever. The last time I was very proud to see at the Ministry of Health that they do have an electronic dashboard for the whole country where they are currently monitoring. All those things equal disease control, it equals to surveillance. So when something breaks out somewhere, right there, the map will point it out and say, Ministry of Health, you need to go to this place. This is happening. So, Mr. Vani, I hope we have answered all your questions for today. Your economical question, your medical questions, everything. This government has things in place and they are working. They may not be able to do everything in 6 years, but they will start, they will lay the foundation, and we pray the next person will continue on that and our country will continue to move forward with the help of every Liberian, because it's not one person thing, it's everybody thing.
Indeed. I couldn't agree with you more, Hawa, because sometimes most people think that governance is just an easy process. Because Liberia, where we come from, every well-meaning Liberian, we have to understand that um, we
I don't
as a
think she's hearing
people,
you, Albert.
you're not getting me? How uh,
I don't know who.
Shiba, are you getting me?
I don't think she
Uh,
is.
go to the setting and check your microphone. In the same place there, go to the setting and check your microphone. This Queen Shiva, she's one of the most active uh, 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 content creator for the rescue mission. on Facebook. So
Nice meeting you. I'm Hawa. I'm always in the background. That will force me to come put my face up here.
Queen, you there?
I think she either having problem with her.
Queen, are you there?
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah, talk. Don't listen to your speaker. Don't listen to your speaker. Cut your speaker off and just go direct. Listen, put only your phone on, and you will get off directly. But the speaker and other gadgets you get, it will be delayed. Just cut all of the other gadgets on and go directly to your phone. Guys, just bear with us. We want to make sure that that Queen Sheba is live with us here tonight. Okay, Queen, are you getting us? Okay, how about go on?
Yeah.
Let me communicate with her. Very
What
well.
am I going to be talking on now?
The same training conversation.
We've been training about a lot of things.
So you'll be asking me, just continue the conversation.
It's hard to continue a conversation just like that. So, like I was saying, my passion is medical. So, and I know Liberia need a very, very strong foundation when it comes to the medical aspect in the country. We have good nurses. We also have nurses that need to be trained. We need to have nurses that will have compassion for their patient, because that is what the field that you choose to go into required. You have, look, sometimes somebody's sick. They enter the hospital. Just a smile from the nurse.
So you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The smile from the nurse will either make that person sick more. The appearance of the nurse will either make that person sick more, or it will just make that person feel better. So I know the field we all have chosen, it's not a little field. It's also a field of calling. And I can say worldwide, whatsoever, there are some people that are not called to be in the field of nursing, because it's a field that you have to be very patient. You have to be caring.
Yeah.
And for me, if you lack some of the characteristics, I don't think that is your area of calling. One of the things I will also wish for is that if they can open up the medical field a little bit, because when it comes to medical practice, it's not only nursing and doctor. We have a lot of other things. We have phlebotomists. Some people try to make the nurse work easy, because look, the field of nursing is a stressful field by itself. Nurses, sometimes you leave from there, you don't even want to eat your own food. So to make life easy, if they can open educational wise, they can provide some other courses, nurse aid courses. Because in Liberia, the truth is, they said they have nurse aid, but when you enter the hospital, you cannot tell the nurse aid from the nurses. And that is one thing too, because our regulatory bodies in the medical area, they are not working to implement certain things. Where I am, you are nurse aid, you stick to your nurse aid work. Even if just tablet, if the nurse say, "Oh, I got so many patients, I'm running late. Can you just go get this patient that medicine?" You're not supposed to do that, because it's not within the required field practice. But in Nigeria, and that is me coming up, after the war, because before the war, it was professional. After the war, me coming up, looking at people, "Oh, I worked in a hospital for a long time, so now I can get injection." No. You're going to make going to cause problem for somebody because if you do not know the landmark to give that injection and you go stick it somewhere else, that is a serious problem for somebody. So no disrespect or so to our medical people. We respect you. Y'all do so much to sacrifice yourself, to sacrifice for our people. But there are also the regulatory bodies need to work to implement human being all over the world. If there is no law to keep us in place, we'll do whatever we want to do. If we feel we're too close to the person, I mean, that certain field ain't nothing about friendship, especially when it comes to saving life. If you cannot punish your friend, you cannot take the rightful disciplinary action against your friend for killing somebody or some malpractice, then you should not even be in that position. So I love that we build all these nice hospitals and things, but it also comes with implementing regulations so our nurses can know how to talk to our patient. I am a victim of that. So many times, my mom or family member have been in a hospital. I asked to talk to the doctor, and the doctor refused to talk to me. I asked to talk to the nurse. The nurse said she will not talk to me. Can you imagine? So we got a lot of work to do. I'm happy for all this development and stuff that is going on, especially when it comes to my field of practice. And so I'm so happy. But we need to train our people. They need to know how to talk to their patients. And when they do wrong, even everywhere, people, nurses make mistakes. We are human beings. We will make mistakes. But what makes the other place better is that the law will take its place. Every month, Albert, I'm telling you, we get this whole big pamphlet. I don't know if other states, but in Texas, every month they send us this pamphlet. In that pamphlet, in our catalog, are nurses that have done some malpractice or so. Some of them have stolen other people's license to work under. That one, you know, you go into jail. People that have caused harm to patients. If the harm you cause it did not result into death, that person will go under extra training and supervision until they are clear. Now, if that harm you cause, other nurses, like if you were to do some procedure and that procedure caused harm to the patient, and other nurses, you learn in nursing school, but you don't understand it good, or you rather don't have knowledge on it, or you have never done it on a real human being before. That's why they say always call for help. If you know something, call for help. It's not a bad thing to say, I don't know. Can you help me? It ain't mean that you dull or you that smart. So these are some of the things we hope that one day will happen in Liberia, that our people can implement, that they can do the right thing for the sake of our citizens and people that we care for. You muted. You are muted, Albert. Albert.
Okay, I think I'm okay now.
Yes, you
Right?
are. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So sometimes because uh, I'm communicating back and forth also because I forget that I have to unmute myself from on here and on the mic. I'm communicating with her also to make sure that things okay, because it's back and forth. So I'm very sorry for that.
No,
Distracting you
you're good.
also from your thought. So, it, I mean. you are right. Because the medical fee is one of the most critical area in any profession, career profession around the world, because the slightest mistake you people make, it takes something away from a generation. And so Liberia being a case study where sometimes everything end up in that witchcraft. That witchcraft. That cotton tree, that person being sick for quite. We get root out our African tradition, right? We get root out our African tradition. But the person being sick, and there is that cotton tree somewhere around because especially in our Liberia context, Guinea, I live in Guinea and Africa also to get a same cotton tree mentality. That this person having been okay, and that night it was just a difficult time for the person, and it was so excruciating, and the person
Go
and the
on.
person yeah and the person have to say goodbye, and it ends up in witchcraft. But before I go there, let me welcome Queen Sheba. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Queen.
How are you? Yeah, how you doing?
I discovered this woman
you?
on Facebook. She's doing amazingly well, and a couple of times you have to come. You have to come on most of the time because I want to make you visible.
I know, right?
I want to put you out there because what you're doing is beyond content creating. You are not content creating. You are telling Liberian people what is actually happening in the country.
Yeah.
Coupled with your contents that you create, and people need to see the value of what you're doing.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Alan. How you doing?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Welcome.
The shaman they want to get you out.
Oh no, I was reading something. I was not. My name is Hawa Golakai.
Oh, you get my sister.
Yes, nice meeting you. I am
Introduce
a
yourself, Queen.
Liberian, a proud one,
Myself too.
and I come on here only on the weekend because sometimes when I will go online, I am at work. But we all come here to push Liberia forward because that is the only country we have.
Yes.
That's the only country for me I can never be put out of.
Thank you so much.
I don't care if I'm traveling with black passport or orange passport or
I know.
Liberia, nobody can tell me say move from here.
So true. So true.
That is where my neighbor stream was buried. I grew up there, spent most of my life there.
So true.
So, and now that we have a president
Yep.
in my lifetime, it's a good thing that we all put our hands around him. We know there will be distraction, people will say things,
Yes.
but we have to keep our eyes on the ball.
So true.
And we have to push Mama Liberia over that line.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mawa.
So welcome to the podcast, Queen.
I'm everybody, Ma.
I know.
Our first day, you don't call me Mahawa. You better start calling me Mahawa now. That's how everybody
Mahawa. My sister ni Hawa. So
So Queen, introduce yourself. I think if at times goes as it goes by, a Queen considers because Queen is doing a marvelous job in the community. And people have to recognize that. We have to fight to make Queen visible, or the most visible. No, the talent. Don't see her acting shout it out. The shout what I want to get when she's singing, when she's putting our country power here and singing and dancing. You say you're not.
I know, right? I in my content room.
So introduce yourself to the people.
Hello,
and then
everybody.
I mean, we're almost going to 3 hours now.
Wow.
And we'll schedule a podcast. I will communicate with you, get to know your schedule, when you are available, and then we can bring you, And then if you want to make it a normal to come on the podcast, and we'll try to give now. How I hope you have answered that stuff where you have control, and then we can give you also controls where you have to showcase.
Like I told
I
you,
know.
I did answer it, but there are some things that you do that I don't have the ability to. So
Okay.
like I have to go
We'll
over
do that. We'll
something
do
of
that. We'll
training.
do that. We'll do that.
Yeah,
Will you and Queen? We'll do a master class to what they call some of these things, and
yeah.
where you can from your side in controls, you can bring in videos, put on the screen, and talk about it. I want it to be much more interactive because you are the co-host, where you can. Okay, I understand where the branding is coming from. I
It
understand where
coming
the brand.
from you, Albert,
No, it's coming
from Queen.
from Queen. I understand where it's coming from. So we can be able to do more of the things. So,
I
but
think she get like an earphone or so.
yeah,
If she's
earphones.
not
Yeah,
using like um
yeah.
a
It,
laptop
it,
or
it's small,
computer,
small
if she get an
earphone. It's small,
earphone,
small
it will
earphone.
stop. Yeah,
Yeah,
it will stop that grinding because with the phone sometimes it create
yeah.
that.
So we'll talk about that bike channels, and then we can set a time where we can do that. But however it is, we've been here 2 hours 46 minutes now. We have to give it a quit. It's it's it's
What's the time
almost
on your side? Oh, yeah.
it's one it's 15 minutes to 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, my time in Belgium.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yes, that's 7:44 p.m. here.
okay, okay. We ain't seeing you.
Where
So
where is she? She in Liberia?
she in the U.S.
Oh, she in
No,
the US?
Yeah.
I live in Maryland.
Oh, you in Maryland? Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay. I guess you and myself will connect.
yeah,
I'm in Houston.
where you live?
I live in Houston.
Oh, Houston, Texas. Okay, my
Yes.
little nephew in Texas. There.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
So
I don't know a lot of
Yeah,
people.
hi everybody.
so we
How
we
was you
will.
grab me on God?
I grabbed you off guard, and we will set it up. Okay. For me, what what matters to Liberia? It matters to me a lot.
Yeah, I love
Like
Liberia.
yeah,
Since
like
I came in the
I saw
country.
yeah, like I saw you, I saw Hawa, and all of these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
So
one day I
we
got hijacked
I
at the
would
show.
I would talk with you.
I was
This show
in
you
Raw.
not show anymore. I
Yeah,
want to
I
make
know.
it.
I'm saying at that time it was your show. I was in Raw Island for my brother's wedding,
Yeah,
and I said, look, bring me on.
yeah,
And that's how I started uh being
and
on
this
his
show
show.
it has slipped. It has slipped from my hand. Seriously, it has slipped from my hand. You
Yeah,
know,
because
uh,
yeah.
it wasn't. But I try to come on live every day also to keep the people up. I don't come on stream. Yeah, I always go directly from Facebook.
On Facebook.
But at
Good night.
least where it is now, with time in between, where you can make time now, and we'll see when Queen also can make time for us
No,
to
like
give
for
Queen.
me, Saturday in the morning, since if we're going to have the show in the evening, I can do all my studies and stuff in the morning when I come from working, do all my thing, and then be ready. So,
That master, you need to get that master. We'll force you to get that master. So we'll make time for you to get that master. Okay. So
nobody's stopping my shine for
so
it
don't you
happening.
don't you worry about it because that master there, I'm gonna say I will be delivered from that master. Okay.
Oh my God.
You know, most of the
Okay.
time, somebody just come on Facebook, we just talk and go. Me, most of the time, I just come and talk my thing, I just go.
I know,
When it get in my
but I
head,
mean,
I just talk and go.
your
Yeah,
voice have
we,
to get clearer. Your voice have to
yeah,
get clear and clearer, Queen. Okay. You are an integral part of this internet right now. Not just an integral part of the internet, but you are meaningful. In the people who just come and talk Latin and go and just talk tapa time. You talk things meaningful that contributes to the society, to
yes.
Liberia as a whole. So
Yeah.
yeah. It's why is one of the reasons why I gravitated towards you. Seriously, Queen.
Thank you so
You know,
much.
and every time I see your posts, I share them. Once it
Yeah,
drop on
it's
my news
okay.
feed, I share them because you worth being visible. Okay, and one thing, you know, The thing about Liberia, those who are creating content, they're doing it out of envy.
Yeah.
You see your comrades, okay? They post something that is very reasonable, educating, fascinating, entertaining. Share it.
So true.
Okay, share it.
Yep.
Even I'm striving to go towards 200K following. If you can kind of pass me, I'll be a proud person because I share you and you can pass by me and you're going somewhere that I'm chasing after you.
I know.
That's how
It
it
is a
should be.
challenge to me.
Yeah.
Liberian people, we need to stop the crap
I
mentality.
know.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
the sky is your limit.
and you know, when you have not come here, you will only think is in Liberia. But to be frank with me, doing my own, just sitting back and looking at things in America, I think sometimes it's even worse here
Mhm.
because sometimes the petty things that divide us.
So true.
Look, let me tell you, and I say all the time, like Liberians, we are one of the most negative people towards ourselves than any other African country.
So true.
Because I have worked with other Africans, and let me tell you, they will sit.
Yeah.
Where you going?
I'm right here. I don't know. When you are seeing,
Where's
Go ahead.
Albert?
Go
I
ahead.
know.
Yeah,
I
like
know how I
like
doing
they
some
were,
work.
like those people will sit and listen to you denigrating your country, saying all the bad thing about your country, but they will never say anything about their country bad to you.
So true. So true.
Till one time, me and one a girl got in it, and she was like, and then now they imply that time was doing when Ellen Johnson studied for president. They started to imply that my family were working in the government. That's why I was. I said no, it's not about that. I
Put your
said
video now on.
I think she's still here, but her
You
video is
hearing
just.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
hearing you, but your
hearing you.
video you live that was there. Go ahead.
I see myself. You know, I don't know how to operate it. You need to teach me how to
So,
do it.
so the thing is, I now started.
Let me
I
see.
asked the other girl. I say, you from the Gambia, right? She said, yeah. I said, you from Ghana? She said, yeah. I said, the both of us from Liberia. When last day you sit down and talk evil about Gambia, and I show everything in Gambia is not okay. I show everything in Ghana is not okay either.
Yeah.
But you
lived in
would
Ghana for
never,
the
the
past 6
Liberian
years.
people, oh my God. And I don't know how they strive in that energy of negativity against themselves.
So true.
It's just taking sometimes. I'm like, what is really going on with us? Like,
No.
clap your hand and wake up from whatever sleep you in or so. You're not the only country that has problem. I went to Ghana. Let me tell you, before I went Ghana, the way the people be saying Ghana. I said Ghana got some good development. I give it to them. They're
Me, I lived for a long time. Saying, over 20 years.
organized, everything. But the way the thing I expected when I get in Ghana, I don't know. In for my own
I know. Anyway, I lived for that since 20 years. So.
I went into the hospital, and I see no. The only difference is I saw them doing chatting on their computer and stuff, but they will argue with you the same way. Except universal precaution where they say wash your hand, wear your gloves when you put.
When I hear America, they stop it. I'm back in Africa. It's different.
They were not. So don't only thing at Liberia. They will not wear gloves.
Africa is Africa.
They will not wear gloves, and they will take care of you. But I know Africa is Africa. But I know before the war, how they call it. My uncle was chief medical officer JFK. I used to enter that hospital. I was of age that I can remember a lot of things. And see the way I was nurses, the way people like universal precaution, hand washing, wearing gloves when you deal for people.
Very, very important.
But since it's not a bad thing to collaborate with your African counterparts and stuff. But when you collaborate with people, you take the good from them. You don't take the bad. You can't wear gloves to take care of people. And then when some of y'all go home, you will not even wash your hand before you eat.
Yeah.
And you will just put your hand in that food and start eating.
Mm.
Yeah. So
People
So
get
guys,
dirty and nasty.
I just like Liberia, we are blessed. But then
Yeah, bless, yeah.
the Liberians
I
themselves,
always tell them,
they're
yeah.
blessed.
Mm-hmm.
They are blessed.
People don't understand.
They want
They
to
don't
get
see in the spirit
started
world.
on the least things. We do not want to look at our country first. I say, born in Kitman, raised in Kitman, till I was till my mom graduated from university, and she took me from my grandparents. My grandparents were teachers. So, but before I was even a Gola woman, I am a Liberian. Because on my passport, when I was leaving Liberia, it was not there. It was Liberian passport. So I really pray that Liberians will come to a point that we see ourselves as Liberians
So
and not
true.
the party person, the other politics all over the world, but they got a political party. But
Yeah.
people look at our country first before
Yeah.
any
Sure.
other thing.
Sure, indeed. You know,
Yeah.
everywhere around the world, you're right. Everybody got our political persuasions, you know. So
Yeah. The Liberian, they don't know politics.
no,
Liberian, they quit to get in their feelings. They don't know what
the
they call
emotions.
politics. They don't know.
Liberal politics is driven by emotions and
Yes.
vindictiveness, you know. So it's how it
Yeah.
is. So
Liberia is too much ignorant, lack of knowledge. You know, the Bible says lack of knowledge make my people perish. More people is just lack of knowledge. They don't think critical. They just think in the box. They don't think outside the box. And we on the platform most of the time. I just used to just come and put my video and just go and stuff. But I said no, we need to open our Liberian and our concern about Liberia because we don't want to stay in a country and get old in this country, especially when you work on a medical fee. You need to put your life together. You don't want to stay in this country. Nothing in America. It's just all about work, pay bills, and it's too much. So we need to come out here and put Liberia out there. One of my Ivorian friends, she went in my inbox and the few times she went in my inbox and said she loved my video, how I can present myself. But I the only first Liberian she see, I love my country, I identify myself. But other Liberian, they are like they don't Liberian. And you see, so she
Oh
said
yeah.
she want to come out here to start promoting Liberian, culture and Liberian content. She loved Liberia and stuff. She went in my inbox and started telling me. And you see, most Liberian out here, when you see them, they are like, even they see you speaking Liberian English, and when they Liberian, they
They
act like
are
they're
like
not very Liberian.
talking sickness around them at that point.
They act like they don't Liberian. They want to speak like they want to speak American English, and they know that African. I don't care how you twist it, you will still speak like us. So I just want to tell you, thank you so much, Howard, for bringing me up on the show. I'm gonna be coming most of the time. Most of the time, I say, how I managed to be putting picture on his on his live and thing. How you managed to do all the things that I wanted to ask you, but thank God at least you brought me on the show. We'll continue talking. We'll continue preaching. We'll continue making Liberia better because most Liberian think that upon they bring in power, they don't bring in upon in power. They bring in Helen Johnson in power, but Helen Johnson continue ruling that country. And we Liberian, we don't stupid again. We're not stupid out there to give the people a chance. If all the Liberian and Liberians now are very, very happy because most Liberian are opening. Most Liberian. And Liberian don't look at before. Most Liberian are opening and
even the
will keep
black man, the way you
pushing
open
out
the
here.
country, the way you open the country, I will be hard time for inside into
Yeah. Baka is living, he's setting typical example that when another leader come, they're going to take the country serious because all the other leaders, they never been taking Liberia serious. You see? When the papa is,
People.
eh?
I said people just think Liberia that toilet paper.
Yes, and the papa is laying example. He laid his footprint so when any other president come, they will take that country serious. They will start development. They will start development where in the air, the other person will come and pick up from there. And you see, that's how Liberia is supposed to be. Liberia is too old to be behind like that. You see, that's why someone who came out on the media will say we're going to put our voice out here to open our Liberian eyes so they can see, so they can think critical, so they can do some critical thinking. You see, we don't want to go in our country, the whole country, dark. All the Google plane, they don't even land it in Liberia because Liberia airport, they track. It's not good. Most of the people plane and they don't go Liberia. If you want to travel Liberia, you need to transit certain country for the fastest 12 hours before you can even go to your country. We need to make that country better. Liberia, we need to come together.
Liberia used to be a hub before the Civil War. All the BB plane used to come to us.
Yes, KRN going Liberia. I was one of the last passengers that drove from, I was one of the last passengers when Delta left Liberia 2014 during the Ebola time. We were one of the last passengers. I went Liberia to go visit. We were one of the last passengers on Delta when Delta stopped going Liberia. You see?
You see,
Google plane, KRN going Liberia.
People do not, even geographically, where we are located.
Don't even go in Liberia again.
Geographically, where we are located on the map, our destination is way closer to the United States and many countries more than all the other countries that receive direct flights around the world now.
Wow.
Liberia used to be a hub. You see how all the direct flights are going to Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, all the direct flights used to come to us. From JFK to Liberia, I think it's either 8 hours or so.
Wow.
We are geographically located.
Close to, okay.
We are blessed in so many ways.
People don't understand.
So that's why I was very happy when I heard that they have put a bid up for, I think, a private government initiative for our field. I don't know. I've not read the document, read it, so I don't know what the main thing is. Yes.
Wow.
Ghana did it. They extended our airport.
Wow.
It just
in privatized the international airport. What are we doing with it ourselves? You know?
The only thing is, whatever concession is, then they must read it back for something that would really benefit the country.
Yeah.
Even the Rwanda we can be talking about, Qatar Airways took Rwanda Airport, extended it.
Wow.
We can do the same. We open the bid out to people who ready to maybe a airline that will ready come and take that airport and extend it. The airport has a lot of land.
Yep.
Some of it, I heard that they have encroached on it. Yeah. But
when they ready to
still have land where people don't even know. I like sometimes be laughing at the brand people, especially the children that they gave $10 to kind of write nonsense on Facebook. I like
don't let it to them.
Not even know that these people trying to steal your whole life from you.
I know.
And how they stole some of our lives away by bringing in civil war in our country.
So true.
They want to continue it. I like if you're only new, you will move from behind people that still.
They don't know the type of country they're coming from. They don't know.
And you will try and pray and work with anybody that will push Liberia forward.
So true. So true. So guys, people don't understand that why we out here will keep telling them, we'll keep opening the eye, we'll keep hitting some better Google points so they can go home and think on it, because Liberia, we are tired. We are tired. Liberia is very, very sweet. Even you leave from here, you go Liberia, you will enjoy Liberia. You don't even want to come back in this country in America, but you have to come, and do some stuff. But I love Liberia. I really want to go back home. I invested a lot in Liberia and stuff. And we'll continue on talking. We'll continue on pushing on this media. We will continue on talking until Liberia will be better. You see, Liberian, I don't understand. Most Liberian, like what the Bible says, lack of knowledge make my people perish. A lot of Liberian, they're so ignorant. They don't think for the future. They only think for the present, what in front of them. They don't think it for the future of Liberia, for the generation that coming. You see? And why I can always tell people, we in this country, America, now we enjoying. Those people think about the generation. They do a lot of sacrifice for us to enjoy this country. That's the same thing we need to do. Liberia need to be better. Liberia is very, very small. So Liberia will develop so faster than other country. Liberia is so small.
The possibility is
But
high.
it's just our leader then they are so greedy. Our leader then they are so greedy and they just put our country backward because Liberian were not coming out here to talk about it. And now we coming out here, we're talking about it, and God bless us with a very good leader, and we'll keep pushing, we'll keep talking, so Liberia can get better. So all the other people, they wouldn't think that Liberia going to get better. They will know because the country is getting better. We see a lot of good things every day in Liberia.
Yeah, great.
So we will continue
It's nice being with you
talking.
guys here. Let's take a bar of this music before we go.
That will leave you so you can go to bed.
Uh, that thing is music.
You working tomorrow?
The counties, the people talking, the music talking. Get used to it. They say the road too long. They say it can be done. But every morning we waking
Thank
up.
you for that music.
Some people criticize, some people complain. But when the changes start showing,
Let me see what I can get it clear here.
It's been a beautiful night here on the replay. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. It's Saturday. No, for my end, it's Sunday.
You can't even see me. I don't even see myself.
It's already
Yes,
Sunday here.
it's Sunday on your end. Go to bed, Albert.
I
Yeah.
don't see myself.
So we'll be on the same time tomorrow.
You said?
Is
I
it
don't
going to
even
be
see
the same
myself.
time tomorrow?
Yeah, normally on the weekends. On the weekends, we'll take it from. We'll have to look at the time difference. The
I
best
think
time will be
you
around
started
9.
around. You started
The best time will be
around.
around 9, 10 o'clock my time on the weekends,
I
which
think
will
you
be
started
around
around.
maybe 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock on our side.
Okay.
Then you'll be free. So I want to take it from the US time point where it will be around maybe 5, 6 or 7 o'clock. At my end it will be 10, 11 o'clock. I can stay up, we carry the show up to 2 hours, 3 hours. For the
Okay.
weekend it's okay for me, yeah.
All right.
Because on the weekend, not much show that are on around those hours. So people will be able to tune in at that time.
Yeah. And don't forget, Eduardo say invite him sometime. Maybe you can even invite Councilor Mato, the way he now run away from all the field.
The cloud reader, they need to, the cloud reader that need to, but Councilor Ma will come out. Maybe he's a little bit basic, so
I think he busy. I just joking. I be like Councilor Ma, you now run away from all. Be like, how are you?
Yeah.
Okay, have a good night.
Yeah.
I don't even see myself.
Now you're there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
play
yeah,
with it.
yes.
I will know about it because I don't even see
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
You can see me?
Yeah, you can just talk. Give
I don't even hear nothing.
You getting me?
How I'm not hearing you.
Check. Okay, we'll set it up, but you need to check your setting, your microphone. Check your microphone. On the weekends, we'll take it from. You getting me?
I hear you, but
Check
you
your
hearing
microphone.
me?
Check. Okay, we'll set it up, but you need to check your setting, your microphone. Check your microphone. On the weekends, we'll take it from. You getting me?
You getting me now?
I'm hearing you.
I'm not hearing you.
I am hearing you. Loud
I
and
hear
clear.
you, yeah, miss.
You have another set on.
Let me start
Because
playing
I'm
with
getting
it
the
here
echo.
before I can.
I'm getting the echo. So, but we'll set it up. Don't worry. We'll set it up. It's gonna be cool. The camera setting will make it horizontal instead of vertical. You see, right now my camera setting is vertical. It's not horizontal. So okay. I will. Okay, okay, no problem. Good night. Take care.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm hearing you. Now I'm hearing you. You know, but we'll set it up. No problem.
I
Yeah.
already muted. I can hear you when I go on the phone.
Yeah, it's from the camera setting and your stream out setting, but we'll take it away, no problem.
You hearing me?
I'm hearing you, but you're grounding in the back.
But anyway, if you're hearing me, that's good. I was talk with you. When you get off, just call me so we can talk. I'm
Okay,
gonna
no
play
problem.
with it. Maybe I'm gonna.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that. Okay. So I'll call you. So guys, it's been a very beautiful podcast here tonight. Show you what is happening in the country. Look, let me tell you, nobody should distract you. Nobody must distract you from the government development agenda is what is going on. Protecting the people's security, the government is carrying it out rightly. Whatever you see happening with the drugs is the government's duty to protect the country. Nobody will say that loud in your ear. And oh, drug this, that, this. When they were there, they did do it. They did do it. We'll come back tomorrow on the same conversation. I will catch you guys. Make sure you share the podcast. Bye bye from my end, guys.